It's time for Indian T20 Showdown. Stay tuned to Sports Flashes. You are listening to Sports Flashes live.
Dhoni finishes off in style. A magnificent strike into the crowd. India lift the World Cup. Pulls it back. Here's Ronaldo for the hat-trick. And Cristiano Ronaldo does it again.
Sports Flashes, world's biggest sports radio channel. You are tuned into Sports Flashes Radio.
And what a performance by the number 3 seed, Saina Nehwal, who tomorrow will contest a third All-England semi-final.
Sports Flashes, world's biggest sports radio channel. Sports Flashes.
Playing 11 quickly for you.
Intensifies. It is this game which will intensify it even more. And if we talk about the points table, you will understand what we're trying to say over here, because it's Chennai Super Kings and Delhi Capitals with 16 points each. Delhi Capitals at top with a positive net run rate. Chennai Super King on the other hand also have 16 points but with a negative run rate. Mumbai Indians, they faced a hefty defeat yesterday against the Kolkata Knight Riders, so they're at third at the moment, and they still need to win one game in order to qualify for the playoffs. And Sunrise Hyderabad on the other end, Kings 11, Sunrise Hyderabad, Kolkata Knight Riders, Kings 11 Punjab, followed by Rajasthan Royals, all the way from 4th to 7th. They all have 10 points on the board, and it's the net run rate which completely separates them. And it's Punjab who has won the toss, as they've elected to have a field first.
Absolutely. So quickly, the playing 11 for the home side then. Sunrisers Hyderabad. David Warner playing his last game of the IPL. Kane Williamson back captaining the side. Manish Pandey, Vijay Shankar, Mohammad Nabi, Vruddhaman Saha, the wicket keeper, Abhishek Sharma, Rashid Khan, Bhuvneshwar Kumar, Khalil Ahmed and Sandeep Sharma. That's the 11 for Sunrisers Hyderabad. While for Punjab, K. Rahul, Chris Gale, Mayank Agarwal, David Miller, Nicholas Puran, Simran Singh gets a game. Well, we've got Ravichandran Ashwin, the skipper, along with Murugan Ashwin, Mohammad Shami, Akshdeep Singh and Mujib-ur-Rahman. That's the 11 for the Kings 11 as well. And David Warner, well, he is playing his last game of the season before he goes up and joins with the Australian team for the World Cup camp. And he'll want to do two things. One, get a big score today so that nobody in the race for the orange cap can catch up to him, and secondly, a big score will help Sunrisers Hyderabad, at least for a while, consolidate their place in the top 4.
Well, absolutely. Sports Flash's exclusive cricket analyst Boria Majumdar also confirmed the same thing, that Kane Williamson will have to make David Warner will have to make the most of it today, because they need to seal their spot at the 4th position and get a cushion of 2 more points, because if David Warner, which he will be leaving the camp tomorrow within a day or so for the Sunrisers Hyderabad, and join the Australian cricket team for the World Cup, it will be big problems for them, because Kane Williamson hasn't been able to fire. Martin Guptill is still there, but he hasn't had game time in this Vivo IPL, so it's basically you're throwing all your eggs in one basket in today's game.
Absolutely. I think it's a very important game for Sunrisers Hyderabad, and equally important for Kings 11 Punjab as well. Both of them on equal number of points, and it will be very, very interesting who goes on and gets that 2-point advantage. As far as the head-to-head is concerned between the two sides, 13 matches played between Sunrisers Hyderabad and Kings 11 Punjab, and it is Sunrisers Hyderabad all the way. 9 wins for Sunrisers Hyderabad, while we've got 4 wins for Kings 11 Punjab, while at this venue in Hyderabad, 6 matches played, 5 wins for Sunrisers Hyderabad and a solitary win for Kings 11 Punjab. So they want to make sure that they can get those figures in their favour a bit, Kings 11 Punjab, because if we look at the points table, 10 points each, and so do Kolkata Knight Riders also have 10 points. So whoever wins today will move up to 4th, while the loser will remain at 5th or 6th, depending upon the run rate as well. So fairly tight, the middle of the table there. Chennai and Delhi, 2 teams that have sealed their place in the playoffs. Mumbai Indian follow in at 3rd, and then we've got 3 teams, and that's the 2 involved today. in Hyderabad and Punjab, along with Kolkata Knight Riders with 10 points each.
Well, another interesting aspect for the Kings 11 Punjab is that Ravi Chandran Ashwin and the team management have decided to go in with another change this time around, and it's a record that more than 40 number of changes have been made by the Kings 11 Punjab this season, which is the most in terms of changes, and this time it's Simran Singh who comes in. It'll be interesting to see what he might be able to do today. Sunrise Hyderabad on the other end, we'll just run you down once again with the playing 11 for both the teams. Sunrise Hyderabad, they have David Warner, Kane Williamson, Manish Pandey, Vijay Shankar, Mohammad Nabish, Wriddhiman Saha, Abhishek Sharma gets a nod again, Rashid Khan, Bhuvaneshwar Kumar, Khalil Ahmed, Sandeep Sharma, and for Kings 11 Punjab it's Lokesh Rahul, Chris Gale, Mayank Agarwal, David Miller, Nicholas Puran, Simran Singh, Ravi Chandran Ashwin, Murugan Ashwin, Mohammad Shami, Arshdeep Singh, and Mujibur Rahman.
So the two umpires along with the Kings 11 Punjab players striding out, and it seems that will be Simran Singh who will be donning the gloves, but I thought Nicholas Puran has done a decent job for the Kings 11 Punjab. Otis Mahabir, a very good evening to you, sir. While we've got Baljinder Singh Gill saying Punjab we will today. Fahad Lashari, who tunes in from Pakistan as well, saying that it will be Kings 11 Punjab. Respect Girl says, hey, just waiting for our coverage. We are here. How are you? And Gerard Coutinho supporting Sunrisers Hyderabad. Elias Kanchon along with Elias Malik. A very warm welcome to all of you on Cricket Lounge.
And we're just moments away from the first ball being bowled over here, and it's Arshdeep Singh who will be bowling with the new ball. He did bowl against the Royal Challengers Bangalore, and he got 2 wickets over there. And he proved to be quite an asset for them. Will he be able to do it once again today? It's David Warner, and surprise, surprise, it's not Kane Williamson who's opening alongside him. It's Wriddhiman Saha. And I think it's a perfect opportunity for him to do wonders for Sunrise Hyderabad, because he has scored 100 for the Kings 11 Punjab while opening the innings, and he is a handy batsman. Do not count him out. He might not be in the fray of things because he did sustain a shoulder injury not so long ago, which kept him out from competitive cricket for more than 4 months. So now that he's back, he might be able to prove himself now.
Absolutely, I think it's a good chance for him to get a few runs under his belt and reclaim his stake for the Indian side as well, with Rishabh Pant obviously now the main wicket-keeper batsman for India in Test cricket. But apart from that, he will be Wriddhiman Saha. I think who's better as a gloveman, we'll have to wait and see. Ishfaq Ahmed, it was Punjab who won the toss and they've elected to bowl first. Please tell in detail about Pakistan versus Northamptonshire and Cobb's century. We will talk you through that as well. We'll keep giving you the updates from that warm-up game as well. Hardik Pandya was wow last night, says Ram Prasad Khushbu. Take a bow, and people should stop saying has he done it today. Well, I think to be honest, since that episode, since the fine, since the ban, he's turned out to be a rather impressive cricketer, has Hardik Pandya. Fairly grounded after that incident, and he's concentrating more on his cricket. He's gotten rid of the colours that he had on his hair, and doing the right thing, which is focusing on cricket.
Well, he's been a big hit of the cricket ball, and people often people often label Andre Russell as the big show, but Hardik Pandya is giving Andre Russell a run for his money. He's a clean hit of the cricket ball. But back to today's game, the first ball about to be bowled, and it's Arshdeep Singh bowling to the informed David Warner. First ball being bowled, a good delivery and defended. It was a Yorker length delivery, and there was a hint of swing there as well.
Straight away some swing for Arshdeep, and excellent delivery, to be honest. You know, for a youngster, uncapped youngster, up against the mighty David Warner. And what does he do? Yorker straight up. Excellent maturity this. And O&A, what is my name?
Vansh. It's
Vansh. Respect girl.
Yeah.
Is Vansh. Hello Vansh, how are you? And that is your name. But what a start for Arshdeep, getting the line right, the length right, obviously with the Yorker, and getting the swing right as well. This is really interesting contest, the young one of Arshdeep versus the experience and the might and the power of David Warner. Another terrific delivery in line with the off stump, and again pushed away towards mid on. No runs on that occasion. A beautifully lit Rajiv Gandhi International Stadium in Hyderabad. 3 changes for Sunrisers as well as 3 changes for Kings 11 Punjab. Mohammad Nabi and Abhishek Sharma along with Sandeep Sharma coming in, while for Punjab, Arshdeep Singh along with Mujibur Rahman and Wriddhiman Saha being the 3 players coming in, drafted into the playing 11 of this contest. As, look, he's a young boy. If you look at Arshdeep Singh, just the way, he's got that baby face looks, as now he bowls a wide delivery. So first runs on the board for Sunrisers Hyderabad. It's 1 for no loss thanks to that wide.
It's 1 for no loss. He's a left-arm pacer, young Arshdeep Singh. He took 2 wickets against the Rajasthan Royals. One of that was of Joss Butler. So he does know how to bowl to intimidating personalities with the cricket bat. Well, we talk about Wriddhiman Saha. He's played 116 IPL games. He scored 20. He has an average of 24.06. He has scored 1,684 runs. He has 6 50s and 100 under his belt, and that 100 came in the finals against the Kolkata Knight Riders. The highest score of 115. But coming back to the game, a wavy delivery this time by Arshdeep Singh, tucks it away towards the final leg region, does Warner, and the first boundary of the day.
First boundary, has it come off the bat? That's the question that we're waiting for. I think the umpire has given it off the bat, so Warner opens his account, his first boundary as well, and once again, that's the problem for a youngster who's relying so much on swing that he bowled it around the middle and leg stump line, hoping that the ball will swing away and Warner will face it in front of off stump, but that never swung and continued to just drift down the leg side, and easy pickings for someone like a David Warner, and especially with fine leg in the 30-yard circle, you're asking for trouble. A slip in position, deep square leg, and third man, the 2 men at the boundary rope, and now a much better delivery, a good reply from Arshdeep, good length in line with off and played away towards the covers. No runs on that occasion. S. Ravi and O. Nandan, the umpires for today's contest. And we've got Nand Kishore as the third umpire. Naeem Khan is asking, is Nabi playing or not? We have Mohammad Nabi playing in the Sunrisers Hyderabad outfit. In fact, we've got Mujibur Rahman as well involved in today's contest.
So 2 Afghan powers for their respective teams. It's 5 for no loss after 0.4 overs. It's been a decent over. There is a swing, but he needs to keep a proper line and length because David Warner, if he gets settled in, then he will make you punish. He will punish you. In fact, it's a 5 for no loss of 0.4 overs. Another wave of delivery outside the leg stump, and all David Warner does it guided towards the final leg region. An easy boundary, easy peasy for David Warner. 9 for no loss after 0.5 overs.
So that's the second boundary of the over, and once again a poor line from young Arshdeep. He started off very well, but there's the consistency is what comes in with the experience. Another low full toss this time, way down the leg side, and all David Warner had to do was get some bat and ball, and that's what he did. One flicked away through towards fine leg for another boundary. And again, when you have your fine leg in the 30-yard circle, you cannot bowl on leg stump, and even if you don't, someone like a David Warner, you cannot bowl there. 2 boundaries and a wide in this over. The score's 9 now for no loss as Arshdeep bowls the final delivery again in line with the middle and leg stump, tucked away towards square leg, and a single there to end the over. So 10 of the first over for Sunrisers Hyderabad. It's 1 over gone. It's 10 for no loss, and Naeem Khan, no problem. And respect girl, yep, we do remember your name, no problem. In fact, it was Wali who straight away remembered your name.
It's yes, it's Vansh as well as Naeem Khan, Sultan Khan, everyone here with us, and he's asking someone that who are we supporting. Well, we're neutral, though we are Delhi Capitals fans in general, but we are neutral today. It's
I'll try and be neutral today.
It's 10 for no loss after 1 over. David Warner is on 9. In fact, he's on 9 of 6 deliveries with 2 boundaries coming under his belt. Wriddhiman Saha on the other end hasn't faced a delivery yet, and it'll be David Warner who retain the strike. But if you talk about David Warner's figures in the IPL, well, it's been sensational. One of the legends of the IPL. You'll have to say 126 matches played by him. He's batted in all 126 matches. He has an average of 42.91, 4,634 runs, strike rate of 142. 50s, if you talk about the 50s, he has 43 half centuries and 400s. Is there anything this man can't do?
Well, possibly get an average of 50 in IPL. That's all probably that's left. This season he's got already 620 runs as David Warner started the day with 611, another 9 today, way ahead of everyone as far as the orange cap is concerned, and what a comeback he's made to competitive cricket. Mujib will start over number 2, round the wicket straight away to David Warner, drives it back towards the bowler, no problem at all. Can't remember tomorrow's match.
Yesterday's match. He was
are you talking about yesterday's match? Well, we had Kings 11, we had Mumbai Indians taking on Kolkata Knight Riders, and before that Delhi Capitals sealing their...
I think he's a Mumbai Indians fan. That's
right, yes, of course you can't remember it. I'm sure you do remember the knock by Hardik Pandya though, and Fahad Lashri. The score at the moment is 10 for, in fact now a single picked up towards a point now, that makes it 11 for no loss after 1.2 overs.
And 620 runs so far struck by David Warner in the 12 games that he's played at, and he could definitely add some more and make it a mountain to climb for the rest of the batsmen who are beneath him. It's Andre Russell who's at second with 486 runs. So you could see over 100 runs, over 130, 140 runs. David Warner has been in a completely different ball game altogether since the beginning of the IPL. It's 11 for no loss. Ravichandran Ashwin and navigating the field and marshalling his troops. And what do you have to say about his captaincy? People often say that he is one witty customer, but do you think does he overthink at times with his moves?
Well, it's obviously very easy for us to sit out here and criticize everything and anything, but being out there leading a side that is so talented and so many youngsters, but still he's done a good job as Ashwin. They've got 10 points under their belt. They're on brink of qualifying for the top 4 if they go on and keep their heads. But I think the only thing I can criticize is probably the munkering of Josh Butler that he did. Apart from that, it takes a maverick to be a genius.
Yeah, and not very well received by the rest of the cricket fraternity. Talk about Shikhar Dhawan, Virat Kohli, his own teammates turning against him in this IPL we've seen. So that has a completely different completely different tone towards Ravichandran Ashwin. But it's 14 for no loss. Mujibur Rahman bowling some good off spin, finger spin, whatever you would like to call. But that time it was the carom ball, and Ridhiman Saha was unaware of that delivery. So an outside edge and manages to take the single while giving David Warner the strike. Mujibur Rahman bowling the 5th delivery. This time it's a good shot. Is there a fielder under it? Absolutely not. Even if there was, it was a 6 by David Warner. Just extends his arm outside the off stump, and the first 6 of the night. It's 20 for no loss after 1.5 overs.
Well, the length was good, but the problem was there was too much width on offer for David Warner. Way outside off, clears the front leg and just drives it beautifully inside out over the infield and collects the first 6 of the day. Does David Warner. Clean hitter of the ball. You bowl him in his arc and you're asking for trouble, and that's exactly what they got. A 6 for David Warner takes the score to 20 now for no loss. Final delivery much better in line with the leg stump. Worked away back towards the bowler. Dot to end the over. So first over gave away 10 runs. Second gave away 10 runs as well. It's 2 gone. 20 for no loss. Yes, Gerard, it is me. I am back. And Devon Love says Brooklyn in the house. Welcome back, Devon. How are you? Arjun Rajput says Punjab would want to go on and win all their matches to qualify for the top 4. And Naeem Khan, sir, it is a promise. We will be here and bringing you every coverage, every India game coverage at least of the World Cup going forward as the event starts at the end of May.
It's 24 no loss after 2 overs. Arshdeep Singh had bowled 1 over, went for 10 runs. Mujibur Rahman had bowled 1 over, had gone for 10 runs as well. So a partnership of 20 runs in which Ridhiman Saha has scored 3 of 2. David Warner is on 16 of 10 and is already meaning business over here. He wants his farewell game to be a nice one. He wants his team to win this game and solidify their position in the playoffs. Meanwhile, it's Arshdeep Singh who continues to bowl, but this time it's Ridhiman Saha who has cover-driven him. Will it be a boundary? A brilliant effort by Murugan Ashwin, and just restricts the batsman to 3 runs. A wonderful effort, and that is the kind of effort that every bowler wants from the rest of the fielders.
Beautiful. I think he chased the ball around for about 50 odd meters, and in the end puts in a dive and stops the ball from going any further. And that will be 1 run saved by Murugan Ashwin. Excellent stuff. Saha moves up to 6 now of 3 deliveries. It's 23 for no loss, and Punjab is my team. Rooting for them strongly, says Devon Love. So clear support for Kings 11 Punjab from Devon. While Otis Mahabi says tomorrow will be RCB versus RR. We'll have to wait. While Advocate Didi Sarkar, unfortunately Shakib not playing today for Sunrisers Hyderabad. That has been, I think, a problem for them. I'd love to see Shakib in the playing 11 because he's such a valuable cricketer with the ball, with the bat, with the field as well. As now Arshdeep comes up to bowl to David Warner, and another one. Good delivery, fast, quick one, around 140, 138. Tucked away towards square leg for another single. Who will win this IPL according to you is the question from Respect Girl. Wally, who do you think will win?
Well, you know what I'm going to answer the question.
Delhi Capitals!
Delhi Capitals. We want Delhi Capitals to win, but with the kind of team that Mumbai Indians have, I think they are the clear favourites of the tournament. But we saw them getting annihilated by the Kolkata Knight Riders when on the field. But you could still see, in spite of the target being 232, one of the individuals clicked and he scored a brilliant innings of 90, one of just 34 deliveries. And had there been another cameo of 40 or 50 runs, then Mumbai Indians would have sailed to another win. So I think Mumbai Indians are the clear favourites, even though my heart says that it's going to be Delhi Capitals.
Well, as we speak, a clobbering shot there from Saha. One bouncing into the deep mid-wicket fence. Length delivery just outside off from left arm over, clears the front leg and hits it. And hits it well, does with Diman Saha. His first boundary. He moves up to 10 now. Third boundary of this innings for Sunrisers Hyderabad. And we've got DD Advocate Sarkar saying as well, Wali agreeing with you, that Mumbai Indians will win this IPL. The score with that 4 has now moved up for Sunrisers Hyderabad up to 28 for no loss, as young Arshdeep is being taken to the cleaners. 17 is what he's given away, and now comes back with a bouncer that should be given as a wide. We'll have to wait. Yes, it has now been, so another run added to the total, so it's 29 now for no loss after 2.3 overs. Morgan Ashwin is Morgan. It's not Morgan Gerald, it's Morgan. Morgan.
And Astute Survivor is back with us, saying that Kings 11 Punjab must win this match, because if SRH wins it, then it will be difficult to defeat and rule them out. DC's chances will be diminished a little, with which we don't need. How much do you agree to that?
Well, I think Delhi's already through to the playoffs, so that's all right. No problem there, as long as they finish in the top 2. So that simple fact that even if they lose their first qualifier, they have an eliminator to go through. I'll bring you the schedule for that as well in a while. We've got Sachi Pawar back with us. How are you, Sachi? And who is the channel of YouTube who give? I don't know about that. You can't see it live on YouTube, so might as well listen to us. And we got Letitia Muru saying Mumbai Indians will win. I want Kings 11 to win, says Anthony Dale. And Anish Kafle agreeing with me, saying Delhi Capitals will win the IPL. Respect girl, who is on the mic in the match? It's, I think, David Miller, who's talking to the broadcasters, commentators on the mic. Here it's Wally and me, Karthike, on the mic in the match.
I think he was asking about us, but it's alright, even if he's asking about who was the person on the field. It's 31 for no loss, a single taken by David Warner. There was a slight inside edge by Warner. Good delivery this time by Arshdeep Singh, and takes the single, does Warner, while giving the strike back to Diman Saha, who's on 11 of 5 deliveries, has struck 1 boundary already. David Warner is on 17 after facing 12 deliveries, 31 of 2.5 overs. Arvind Gangawal is saying that let's wish Ashish Nehra a very happy birthday. So happy birthday, Ashish Nehra, Nehra ji.
Dr. Arvind. Dr. Arvind, he tunes in every now and then from Dubai. Yeah, if I remember correctly, sir, you were sitting with your, I think it was Dr. Aisha as well from Pakistan, that you were sitting having dinner and listening to us, if I'm correct, while we got Khalid Menon saying, I think CSK and Mumbai will be the final. You break my heart, Khalid, as now goes for the pull, makes no contact. The keeper drops it as well. The ball will go away towards fine leg. In fact, third man for a boundary. So 4 there to end the over. 4 byes for Sunrisers Hyderabad. 3 overs gone. 35 for no loss.
And let's get back to wishing Ashish Nehra a very happy birthday.
And Nehra ji, very, very happy birthday. And if I'm correct, apart from Nehra ji, it was Dre Ross's birthday yesterday.
Yes, it was. Yes. So 2 legends in one picture, you could say. But one spell that reminds everyone of Ashish Nehra is that, how could you forget that spell in the World Cup? 6 wickets.
Absolutely.
It's what clearly defined Ashish Nehra was all about. The sad thing for him was that it wasn't on a consistent basis, because he kept on getting injured. He was ruled out. He kept coming in. Otherwise, he would have been a Jafar of a bowler. And thank you for the kind words, Astute Survivor. Really appreciate it. And I'm sure that, I don't know, what should I say about that?
Thank you very much. And I hope whatever you're saying comes true very quickly, Astute Survivor. We'd love it for that to happen. But right now, our focus is on Kings 11 Punjab versus Sunrisers Hyderabad. Mujib bowls a poor delivery down the leg side. Warner tucks it away. Has that gone for byes or not something? But it's a 4 nonetheless. Anyway, for Sunrisers Hyderabad, the score will move up to 40. So it's been given as a wide. Wide and 4. So that's 5 wides for Sunrisers Hyderabad. Well, it's a difficult job for the keeper to collect those down the leg side for a spinner standing up. But I think he should have done a better job there, the wicket keeper. Well, in the end, a 4 and a wide. So that's 5 added to Sunrisers Hyderabad's total. We got Chandan Bhandari today. Manish Pandey is the best for number 3 position. We'll get back to that, as now it's been pulled away for 4.
Well, it's been poor bowling by the Kings 11 Punjab from the very first delivery. First is was Arshdeep Singh, who was bowling down the leg. He was getting smashed all over the park over there by David Warner. And once again, it's Mujibur Rahman who's bowled his second consecutive delivery down the leg towards David Warner, who just loves slog sweeping the ball for a boundary. And that's exactly what he's done over here. It's 44 for no loss in just 3.2 overs. They're trying to take away the game in just 6 overs here, Sunrise Hyderabad.
We got someone who said that 77 for 1 will be the score at the end of the power play. That was Ajvinder Singh. And Ajvinder, he's hit another boundary as David Warner now. This time inside out, drives it over the infield. Couple of bounces and into the fence for 4. So that's 13 runs already of this over from Mujibur Rahman. A couple of boundaries. That one was the carom ball, the leg spinner, attempted leg spinner, but very, very close to David Warner. Almost a half volley. And Warner says, no problem, brother. Thank you very much. Respect, girl. Yes, we have had the pleasure and the honour of meeting a few professional cricketers. I'll tell you one cricketer Wally met not long ago, and that'll make you very jealous. A.B. de Villiers.
Oh yes, how can I forget that day? But we will talk about that one day, certainly, about how the experience was. But coming back to the game, it's 48 for no loss after 3.3 overs. This time just negates the ball towards the mid-off region, but no single taken over here. And Sanchi Pawar is back on Sports Plus, his cricket lounge. So welcome back, Sanchi. Ajvinder Singh is giving his prediction, 77 for 1 in 6 overs. He thinks Khalid Mehmet, Chandra Bhandari and Ritesh Das from Nepal is supporting Kings 11 Punjab. And Astute Survivor is saying that those who have not been selected for the World Cup must start preparing for the next World Cup, which is to happen in India. For example, Manish Pandey, Shubman Gill and Rishabh Pant. Well, I can certainly say that Shubman Gill and Rishabh Pant will be in that category, but I'm not quite sure about Manish Pandey because he's already 24-25. Will he be there in the World Cup, the next one which takes place in India?
I highly doubt. I'm not very sure, but I think it all depends. I think Manish Pandey has been fairly unlucky as far with his run, but as we speak now, that's paddle swept away by Saha. That will be another boundary, third of the bat in this over. Super expensive over turning out to be from Mujibur Rahman. 3 boundaries, a single and 5 wides as well. So that's 18 runs of that over from Mujibur Rahman. 50 up on the board. It's 53 for no loss at the end of that over. Anthony Dale, it's 18 past 8 at the moment in India. And you got Arvind Gangwal asking, Dr. Arvind asking us the question, can you tell how many centuries hit in this IPL? Also, which IPL season had the maximum hundreds? Well, I've got my statsman working on it very quickly, Dr. Arvind. I will get you those stats. As Anish Ambani says, good evening. Good evening, Anish. Believe you are, who are you supporting today? Punjab, I believe.
Most certainly he wasn't supporting Mumbai Indians yesterday, that I know. And Anthony Dale, do tell us where you are tuning in from. He was asking us the time in India. It's 8:19 at the moment. Coming back to the game, it's 53 for no loss. And Mohammad Shami will finally get to bowl his first over of the innings. It's the first delivery ball. It was short of a good length. Drives it towards the mid-off region. Couldn't get the proper connection. Did David Warner. No runs taken over there. And it's a good start. Decent start by Mohammad Shami. And he has turned out to be a really, really impressive prospect for the team, for the Indian cricket team, because not so long ago he was considered as a veteran in red ball cricket along with Umesh Yadav and Ishant Sharma, but when Jasprit Bumrah decided to take a break in the series versus New Zealand and Australia, that is where Mohammad Shami made the most of his opportunity and revived his career in white ball cricket, and also turned out to be the player of the series in New Zealand. And trust me, it takes a lot of effort when you have batsmen like Shikhar Dhawan, Rohit Sharma, Virat Kohli waiting up the ranks, Mahendra Singh Dhoni, and overshadowing those people and getting the player of the series in a country like New Zealand against a formidable team requires a lot of effort, and that is why Mohammad Shami will definitely be one of the bowlers to watch out for in the World Cup. Coming back to the game, a single taken this time around. It's a 54 for no loss by David Warner, single taken over there. Ridhiman Saha will be now be the man on strike facing Shami, and 4.2 overs have been bowled. Kings 11 Punjab are in a desperate need of a wicket over here.
Dr. Gangwal, I've got the answers for your question. First of all, this season there have been 600s scored, the top one coming in from Johnny Bairstow, 114, as another single picked up by Saha runs on around through towards third man, and the score moves up to 150, in fact 55 for no loss after 4.3 overs. And as far as the most centuries in a season is concerned, that was back in 2016 when 700s were scored, with the best coming in from David Warner, 100. In fact, it was AB de Villiers who scored 129 not out. Apart from that, first season we saw 600s, second we saw 2, 2010 were 400s, 2011 and 12 6 each, 2013 400s, 2014 3 centuries, 2015 4 centuries, and 2016 with the maximum centuries so far 7, 17, 18 5 each, and this season so far we've had 6 centuries scored. I hope that answers your question, sir.
So in 2016 there were 7 centuries, and out of those 7 centuries 4 were by Virat Kohli,
And the highest was by AB de Villiers. So that's 5 out of 7 for RCB.
for RCB. So you can just imagine the talent that they have in their camp. It's a 56 for no loss, and Anthony Dale is tuning in from Jamaica, and it's 9:50 a.m. Over there, and it's quite good to know that people from the Caribbean islands are also listening to us, which is really
I think obviously there's a lot of love for cricket in the Caribbean islands. Obviously, 2-time World Cup winners with the legends of Clive Lloyd, Sir Viv Richards, like I call him. You know, the fatal 4-way of the faster bowlers that they had, Joel Garner and all. Obviously the king, Brian Lara himself from the West Indies. So Malcolm Marshall there too, and one of my favourite, Richie Richardson, their left-handed former captain, Carl Hooper, Courtney Walsh and Courtney Ambrose. And now a boundary for Saha. Full delivery on the leg stump, flicked away over deep mid-wicket, 1 bounce and into the fence. It's Mohammad Shami who's bowling over number 5 now. It's 60 for no loss. As now the final delivery of the over again. Saha goes big, this time for a maximum into the first tier. That's a 6, second 6 of this innings. First for Saha. It's 66 for no loss. One Bengali against another one. Both of them play for Bengal in the Ranji Trophy. And Saha has whipped one away over square leg for a 6.
Well, they are playing fearless cricket at the moment. The Sunrise Hyderabad 66 in just 5 overs, and there's another over left before power play comes to an end. So Hyderabad at the moment cruising, an astute survivor. I have read your comment saying that Shami has got the worst IPL season for the last 2 years because of personal reasons, I think. But even Kuldeep Yadav is having a horrible IPL season. He's in fact not being picked by the Kolkata Knight Riders. It's the 50 over format where he has revived his cricketing career, and that's where I think it's quite considerable by Team India to select him into the World Cup squad. Anthony Dale saying that Kings 11 has no good bowler. Well, they had Sam Curran, but he's left for the England cricket camp over there. Mohammad Shami is a decent bowler. He isn't bowling well, and Ravichandran Ashwin and Murugan Ashwin are bowling quite decently as well in the tournament.
Well, I think the spinners will be very important here for Kings 11 Punjab. Ram Narayan also tuning in. Very warm welcome. And Karthik Pradhan also with us. Sir, I think you've written something Bangla. I'm sorry, I can't read Bangla. Ektu Bolti Party, Bushti Party, but obviously can't read. It is now another short delivery, and Warner treats it to a maximum. Shot from Ashwin, and David Warner gets down on one knee and scoops that away over fine leg for a 6.
And the highest power play score that has been registered in the Vivo IPL has been done by Sunil Narayan and Chris Gale. They scored 100 runs in 6 overs. I'm sure they would not be reaching over there, David Warner and Wriddhiman Saha, but they are definitely blowing things out of proportion for the Kings 11 Punjab. It's 72 for no loss. 5 more deliveries remain, and I'm pretty sure that David Warner is not going to stop. He is going to continue to dominate the Kings 11 Punjab bowlers. He wants to send a statement to the rest of the team that we are there for the playoffs. There has been a minus stop by Ravichandran Ashwin once again towards the non-strikers end, and Wriddhiman Saha was sensible enough to stay his ground. It's 72 for no loss after 5.1 overs, and 5 more deliveries left in the power play. Let's just see what happens over here. Ashwin comes in to bowl the second delivery, and it's a short delivery, pulls it, does David Warner, but there is a fielder, so a single taken, and it's Wriddhiman Saha who will now have the strike.
So now the score is 73 for no loss, and this is going to be very, very interesting the way things are going. Kings 11 Punjab certainly need a wicket. Andre Barry tuning in. Very good morning to you as well as Anthony Dale with us.
Is he also from Jamaica?
I'm not very sure. Andre, where are you from? Are you also tuning in from the Caribbean islands? We got Anthony Dale from there.
It's 73 for no loss after 5.2 overs. Ravichandran Ashwin bowling his off spin as usual, and this time drifting it towards the leg stump area. Flicks it, does Ridhiman Saha, and takes a single. Well, it's a really good sight to see that Ridhiman Saha is performing well. I do feel very sorry for the lad because he was playing quite sensational for the team, for Team India in Test match cricket. He has registered a couple of hundreds. He has scored a few 50s, and the best, I think, his best ability. And another stop by Ravichandran Ashwin. What is he trying to do over here? He's trying to unsettle David Warner. He's trying to get under his nerve. This is the second time that he's done it in this over, and the umpire is definitely having a word with him. So I think this is the reason why not many players are willing
a
to...
huge fan of Ashwin, to be honest.
Exactly. But David Warner does a sensible thing and takes a single. And they're not a huge fan of Ashwin. I think that might be the reason why a single taken 75 for no loss. And Andre Barry is listening to us from Guyana.
Caribbean Islands again. Well done, brother. 75 for no loss at the moment as Ashwin now, for second time, just as he's about to deliver, he stops and does not deliver the ball. Quite irritating that can be for the batsman, as the fifth delivery is pushed away through towards mid-wicket. They'll come back for, they're looking to come back for the second, but only one is what they get. As a big fan of cricket, I'd like to see cricket matches of county championship, but you're not able to see. So you're going to ask us to do coverage for that as well. Well, right now, obviously, IPL will be our priority, so we can't bring you the coverage of those games. But, respect girl, what I can do for you is bring you the score updates as now. A single picked up of the final delivery, 6 overs gone into the power play, 77 for no loss, and Ajavendra Singh said 77 for 1. What a prediction. That was brilliant, Mr. Singh. Ajavendra Singh said 77 for 1, while it turned out to be 77 for no loss after 6 overs. As far as the English county is concerned, Durham will take on Lancashire, Essex will take on Sussex, Glamorgan will take on Gloucestershire, and they all begin tomorrow from the 30th. And also Derby will take on Warwickshire, Surrey will be up against Hampshire. All these games, we'll try and bring you the coverage of them, while Leicestershire versus Pakistan will begin on the 1st of May. While as far as the others are concerned, we got the CSA T20 clash in the South African cricket slam, while in English domestic cricket there is the One Day Cup going on. We'll bring you those results as well, but right now it's time for us to take a quick break. We will be back as soon as action once again resumes at the Rajiv Gandhi International Stadium. We'll take a quick break with the news at 77 for no loss after 6 overs. The strategic timeout has been taken. We'll be back in a minute.
You are listening to Sports Flashes Live.
Dhoni finishes off in style. A magnificent strike into the crowd. India lift the World Cup. Pulls it back. Here's Ronaldo for the hat-trick. And Cristiano Ronaldo does it again.
Sports Flashes, world's biggest sports radio channel. You are tuned into Sports Flashes Radio.
And what a performance by the number 3 seed Saina Nehwal, who tomorrow will contest a third All-England semi-final.
Sports Flashes, world's biggest sports radio channel.
Sports Flashes.
This is Sports Flashes Live.
Mika Häkkinen, the flying Finn from Helsinki, is on his last lap. Looking magnificently good for his 20th World Championship win.
Download Sports Flashes app or visit www.sportsflashes.com. Sports Flashes, world's biggest sports radio channel.
Sports Flashes.
You are listening to Sports Flashes Live. Download Sports Flashes app or visit www.sportsflashes.com. Sports Flashes, world's biggest sports radio channel. This is Sports Flashes Live. Sports Flashes, world's biggest sports radio channel. Sports Flashes, everything about sports. You are tuned into Sports Flashes Radio. Sports Flashes Radio. World's biggest sports radio channel. Sports Flashes, the official broadcast partner of BCCI. Sports Flashes, everything about sports.
Hello everyone, and we are back on Sports Flashes Cricket Lounge. This is Wali Siddiqui, joined in with Kartikeya Sinha. The score right now is 78 for no loss. Sunrise Hyderabad completely on cruise control as David Warner is on 38 of 25 deliveries. Riddhiman Saha on the other end is on 28 of 12 deliveries. And it's the other Ashwin, Murugan Ashwin, who comes in to bowl. Will he be able to take a wicket for Kings 11 Punjab? Because they are in desperate need of it.
Absolutely, they do need a wicket to the Kings 11 Punjab right now. What a game this is turning out to be. Teams are fighting for the top four as now Ashwin, it's Murugan Ashwin, short delivery, Saha goes for the pull, caught behind, appeal, huge appeal, umpire Nandan says not out. They've gone for the review, have the Kings 11 Punjab, and it's with Riddhiman Saha. Is he walking? It seems he's walking, is Saha, so that's the first wicket gone. He's gone for, or not. Well, he just walked up to David Warner, so he was walking but not back to the pavilion.
Well, what's the point if I think Riddhiman Saha might be saved over there because he knows that the Kings 11 Punjab had a DRS, but once again he actually completely swiveled over there, so he might have missed it, and there might be a slight edge. It's 78 for no loss at the moment. The umpire did not adjourn it as an...
or is he walking now?
Well, he's walking.
He is walking.
Well, he is walking. There's a bit of confusion over here, and David Warner is talking to the umpires over there that if you did not give it out, what's the point of... I think he knew that there was an inside edge, and that is what he did. He just did not want to waste any time over there because he knew he has made some contact over there. So the first wicket, as soon as we were talking about Murugan Ashwin making an impact, the strategic timeout once again does his wonders, and that's exactly what happens when a momentum is broken, when two batsmen are on song. The first wicket falls. A good cameo by Riddhiman Saha. 28 of the 13 deliveries. He departs by Murugan Ashwin. A good catch taken by Simran Singh behind the stumps. It's 78 for 1 after 6.2 overs.
Tenzing Sugrab, welcome back, brother. The moment you tune in, there's a wicket that's gone for Sunrisers Hyderabad. I'm not very sure Hyderabad fans will be pleased about that, but it's 78 for the loss of one wicket now. And please try as much as possible to bring you the live county championship on your channel. It's a humble request. So, well, there's no games today, respect Yash. There are Vansh. There are no games today, but there were a few games played yesterday in the English County Championship. In the South Group, it was Gloucestershire who defeated Somerset by 4 wickets. Then Glamorgan defeated Surrey by 64 runs. Essex defeated Hampshire by 111. And now it's Manish Pandey who's the new man who's come out to join David Warner. While Warwickshire defeated Worcestershire by 34 runs. Nottinghamshire defeated Yorkshire by 4 wickets. Lancashire cruised to a 9-wicket win over Leicester. It was Leicestershire bowled out for just 80 runs. And Lancashire chased it down in 19 overs, and Durham defeated Derby County by 3 wickets. So that was the wrap-up from yesterday's results. So tomorrow we've got a few games, and then obviously on the 1st and the 2nd, so we will keep bringing you all those updates as well.
And if you look at the batsman to walk in this time, it's the inform Manish Pandey, who has walked in to bat alongside David Warner. Single taken on his second delivery. He just cuts it towards the deep extra cover fielder and takes the single. So the score now is 79 for 1 after 6.4 overs. David Warner batting wonderfully well once again. He's on 38 after 26 deliveries. He would want to make the most of it because it's his last game in the IPL, and I'm sure he's aiming for the big one today. It's 79 for 1. The next man padded up is Hyderabad's skipper Kane Williamson. It's been a disappointing campaign for the New Zealand captain, and he hasn't been able to stamp his authority this season. He hasn't even scored 30 odd runs in this tournament so far, so I'm sure He's not doing any justice at the moment with the reputation that he's got, but a good over so far by Murugan Ashwin. Just 3 runs coming off of it, and the big wicket of Wriddhiman Saha. Scores 80 for the loss of 1 wicket.
Dr. Arvind, you were asking about the centuries. I said 6. You said you probably believe 5. And who's the 6th one? I'll give you the list in a minute. As down, Warner goes for the sweep. Called wide down the leg side. So another run added to the total. 81 for 1. Johnny Bairstow, Sanju Samson for Rajasthan Royals. David Warner again for Sunrisers Hyderabad. Virat Kohli for Kolkata RCB against Kolkata Knight Riders. Ajinkya Rahane and KL Rahul. These are the 6 men who've got hundreds in this IPL so far. As Warner now tucks well away towards mid-wicket, runs the first one hard, wants to come back for the second, but 1 is odd. He'll get 7 gone. It's 82 for 1.
A decent over by Kings 11 Punjab. It's 82 for 1 after 7 overs. And if you look at that over, then 5 runs had come off of it. And he also got the big wicket of Wriddhiman Saha. David Warner is now on 39 of 27 deliveries, 4 boundaries, 2 sixes with a strike rate of 144. Manish Pandey, he's on 1 after facing 2 deliveries, a strike rate of 50, so he's doing quite decent as well. Kuldeep Dubey is saying that SRH is going to win this game. Ghulam Abbas seems quite disappointed. I think he has written OMG. I think that's for Wriddhiman Saha getting dismissed. Kuldeep Dubey, Vansh here as well. Anthony Dale saying that enough respect to you all, Jamaica, no problem. Yeah, man. Chris Gale, Dre Ross, I wish would go to the final. Well, I could feel I could feel the essence.
You could feel the vibe, right?
I could feel the essence with that comment.
Brother.
So we all hope that it would be Chris Gale who reaches the final, but it'll be a big mountain to climb for Kings 11 Punjab. They are currently on 10 points, and even if we talk about the Kolkata Knight Riders, Anthony, even they are also on 10 points, and they just have 2 games remaining, so they have to win both their games in comprehensive manner, and would also want some luck towards their side, because if other teams keep on winning from the other end, such as Sunrise Hyderabad and Kings 11 Punjab, then it'll become quite difficult for them.
You got Chandra Bhandari asking how many 4s have been hit in this season of the IPL. Well, it's very difficult to count the number of them. I can give you the top 5, but we'll get back to that. As now a wide followed by a dot delivery from Ashwin and a single picked up, so that takes the score to 84 for the loss of 1 wicket after 7.1 overs. Shikhar Dhawan has got the most number of 4s this season. He's on 55. David Warner on 54. Johnny Bairstow 48. Parthiv Patel 47. Ajinkya Rahane 45. Virat Kohli 43. Chris Gale 40. KL Rahul 38. Josh Butler 38. Rohit Sharma 37. So these are the top 10 boundary hitters of this season's IPL. Any more stats, any more questions? I'll be happy to answer. Now 85 for 1 as Warner cuts one away. In fact, very well fielded by the man at backward point.
And Vansh is asking us one more question over here. He is actually in a query. He's actually in a conundrum over here, because he's asking us that why isn't there any replacement for Dale Steyn? Well, let me just remind you, Vansh, that it was Coulter Nile who was
replaced
by Dale Steyn.
And Steyn was already a replacement.
Exactly, and as you come towards the end of the league fixtures, it'll be very difficult for you to find anyone else. So Tim Southee is usually doing the business for RCB at the moment. That is why they do not have that suitable replacement as of now. It's 86 for the loss of 1 wicket, and a boundary struck by Manish Pandey this time around. A good shot there by the young Indian batsman over there, and he is definitely looking in really good touch in the past 2 or 3 games, and this time he struck it on Ravichandran Ashwin. If we describe you to the shot, it was an over pitch delivery, just moves away from the leg stump and hits it inside out. A beautiful shot by Manish Pandey. 86 for 1, a single taken. Now it's 87.
Once again pushes one away towards deep extra cover, picks up one, was looking for the second, but in the end 1 is all that they will get. 86 for the loss of 1 wicket at the end of that. In fact, single there, and they're turning it on in style. Our Sunrisers Hyderabad. The boundary was there in the over as well, so 8 overs gone. 91 for the loss of 1 wicket, with Manish Pandey on 7. 41 for David Warner, and Ashwin, who's just bowled his second over. He's given away 20 runs so far in the 2 overs that he's bowled, while Murugan Ashwin has been the only decent bowler right now, with 1 over, 5 runs and a wicket as well, and that was of Wriddhiman Saha, gone for 28. Although I have to say, it wasn't a very big wicket taking delivery, was short and was asking to be hit, but in the end Saha edged it back to the keeper for a good simple caught behind now.
And it's Murugan Ashwin who will continue from the other end. His second over, he just conceded 5 runs in the first. A single taken by Manish Pandey as he drives it towards long off. And will give the strike back to David Warner. 8.1 overs being bowled. It's a 92 for 1, and quite a few fans are quite happy that it's Manish Pandey who's come at number 3 to bat over here. And you will also have to praise Kane Williamson at the same time, because he refused to open the innings for Sunrise Hyderabad, and he gave Riddhiman Shah an opportunity up the order, and he definitely made the most of it, though he would have liked it to continue even more, but he definitely made a mark over there at the opening spot. And David Warner will be coming at number 4, so a solid number 4 option as well for them, but a run-out opportunity, and I think David Warner has made it. Had David Miller thrown it at right above the stumps, then I think David Warner would have walked back to the dugout, but with that slide, with that effort from David Warner, I think he's just made it. It's 94 for 1, and the slide comes in, and yes, he is in. So Warner survives. Hyderabad will be pretty pleased at the moment. Otis Mahabir is saying that David Warner and Chris Gayle have struck the most number of boundaries and sixes. Anthony Dale is here with us as well. It's 94 for 1. David Warner is now on 43 of just 31 deliveries as he's edging towards his 8th consecutive 50 in the IPL.
He is, and he's done a terrific job. And I think hadn't been that Stephen Smith blinding run out, he probably would have blinding cash. He would have completed that half century the previous game as well. Wonderful commitment there. Puts in a full length dive to get back to the safety of his crease. And Otis, well, the stats that I'm getting in from the official side, it says that Shikhar Dhawan is at the top this season for the maximum number of 4s. He's got 55. David Warner's got 54. Johnny Bairstow's got 48. Parthiv Patel 47. Chris Gayle is at number 7 with 43. In fact, 40 boundaries, 43 for Virat Kohli there. And that's the updated list as far as I can see, with David Warner scoring 654 runs. So it seems that yes, it is David Warner who's at second, while it is Shikhar Dhawan who's at the top right now with all those boundaries. 55 fours for Shikhar Dhawan this season. And I'm talking about this season and not to the overall IPL edition, with now Murugan Ashwin continuing excellent figures, 1 for 9 for him, as now Pandey pushes one away towards the cover field and no runs on that occasion.
95 for 1 in 8.4 overs. David Warner's on 44, 32 deliveries. Manish Pandey is on 8 of 7. The current run rate of 10.96. Murugan Ashwin bowling another decent over for the Kings 11 Punjab. Just 4 runs coming out of the 4 deliveries that he's bowled so far. And another tossed up delivery over there outside the off stump. And he plays a big heave over there, does Manish Pandey, straight towards the mid-wicket fielder. Another single taken, 96 for 1. Manish Pandey with that single moves to 9. David Warner on the other end is on 44 of 32 deliveries.
Mohammad Tawhid Alam also tuning in. Very warm welcome. And Kuldeep Dubey is supporting Sunrisers Hyderabad today. 96 for 1 at the moment are Sunrisers Hyderabad. And it will be very interesting to see how David Warner approaches innings once his 50 is complete. Well, I don't think there probably will be a difference. He just bats one way. Misfield at backward point, that should allow them 1. And with ease they will complete that single. Warner moves up to 45 now. 9 overs gone. It's 97 for the loss of 1 wicket. And all of you who tuned in, follow us on our Twitter handle @SportsFlashes and like our Facebook page Sports Flashes. The links are given in the description on our YouTube page. And as far as following me or Walli is concerned, Walli Siddiqui, the man. Follow him on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, wherever you want. Karthik Sinha is me on Twitter and Instagram.
Yes, but clarify your spelling over here, because a lot of people have a problem with that.
Kartikeysinha.
Well, so you've heard the man. It's Kartikey. So it's pretty simple over there. It's a single taken meanwhile by David Warner as he just strikes one towards deep extra cover. Mohammad Shami was the fielder who does the duties. 98 for 1, just 2 runs away from 100 in 9.1 overs. I'm pretty sure that Sunrise Hyderabad will be pleased with the way that they've batted over here.
Well, you respect girl is asking a question to you, and the question is, who's the faster among Rabada, Archer, Ferguson and Saini?
Well, I think Kagiso Rabada is much faster than, not much faster, I think he's a tad faster because he does it on a consistent basis. Navdeep Saini, I think, falls in second on that list, but he hasn't able to he hasn't been able to clock 150 on a consistent basis, whereas Rabada, he's done it, he's bowled 4 deliveries on a consistent basis at a pace of 150, I feel.
Absolutely, so it is Rabada. In the meantime, almost a run out there for Sunrisers Hyderabad, but Manish Pandey returns back to the safety of his crease. There was KL Rahul's effort from extra cover. I notice you talking about both 4s and 6s combined together. I was referring to only 4s scored by the batsmen. So right, that way I'm sure David Warner could be well ahead of Shikhar Dhawan because he's got more 6s under his belt. Chris Gayle as well, as what I said with Shikhar Dhawan being top was only 4s so far this season in the IPL. 99 for the loss of 1 wicket. Sunrisers Hyderabad, third man fine leg in the 30-yard circle. Backward point along with short extra cover in there as well, as Ashwin bowls a slow off spinner to Warner, who cuts it away towards covers for a single, and with that it's 100 up on the board for Sunrisers Hyderabad. 9.4 overs gone, 100 for 1.
It's 100 for 1, and here's an interesting stat about David Warner. So you guys already know about David Warner's form in the IPL. He struck 7 50s in his last 7 encounters, and he's on the verge of scoring his 8th. Well, he's also struck 7 consecutive 50s against the Kings 11 Punjab 2. And he has scored 9 50s in totality against them, which is the most by any player against any opposition. So you could just see that not only does David Warner love playing in the IPL, but he loves playing against the Kings 11 Punjab as well. It's a 102 for 1. A double taken by Manish Pandey as he drags one towards the long on region. A good effort by both the batsmen to complete the 2. Ravichandran Ashwin bowling the final delivery, and it will be another single. So it's 103 for 1 after 10 overs.
Single there down the ground to end the over. A decent over that by Ashwin. 6 runs coming off it. In fact, 4 of them singles and a double. And with that, the score has moved up to 103 for 1 after 10 overs. This way, I'm very sure they should go on and cross 100, 200. Majda Khatun says, I like KKR. Well, your KKR did a decent job yesterday. Almost got beaten thanks to Hardik Pandya's blistering knock. But in the end, it was enough for Kolkata Knight Riders with that 200 plus score that they put on the board last night. Can you spell your names slowly? I have to write it, says Respect Girl. Well, Vansh, we'll do that in a while. No problem, brother. We got another 30 overs to talk you through. Give us new things to talk about. 10 overs gone, 103 for 1. David Warner still out there in the middle for Sunrisers Hyderabad, and what a player he's been. David Warner banned last season because of the ball tampering issue, but he's come back hungrier than ever. And when the season started, I told Wally that the way he's batting, it seems that he wants to compensate for the runs he missed out last season and complete the quota of them as well, and he's clearly doing that, closing in on 650 runs this season is David Warner. As now Pandey works one away towards long on. First delivery of over number 11, and it's M. Ashwin who's bowling his 3rd over.
Well, but Karthik, I think he's halfway through over here, David Warner, because this is the IPL right now and the World Cup approaches, so I'm pretty sure that he has some runs in store for the World Cup as well, and that is something which is going to hurt most nations the most. It's a 104 for 1, 10.1 overs have been bowled, and a good delivery by M. Ashwin, single taken by David Warner by guiding it towards the mid-wicket region, and it has slowed down a little bit ever since Ridhiman Saha got dismissed. But even if you look at the context of the game, 10 overs, 104 for 1 with 9 wickets in hand. At this rate, they could get close to 200, or they could even go beyond that. The run rate is as of now of 10.16. The partnership between the two is now worth 27 of 24 deliveries. And Manish Pandey, with the way that he's batting, with the way that he's timing the ball, I think he can play another pivotal knock. This time goes on the back foot, and a beautifully timed punch towards the point region. Another boundary for Manish Pandey. He moves on to 18 of 14 delivery. The score is 109 for 1.
Beautiful shot that from Manish Pandey. Slightly short, waited till the very end and cuts that away through towards deep backward point for 4. The moment it left Murugan Ashwin's hand, he knew that it bowled the poor delivery. It was short and was asking to be hit. And Manish Pandey says thank you very much, as he now comes in again. Again short, this time in line with the middle stump, pulled away, one bounce. And to Arshdeep, who is at backward square leg boundary. Had he got a little hold of that, it probably would have been a problem for Manish Pandey, or a better contact, could have sailed over the fence. But all he'll have to get is settle for a single here. 7 of this over from Murugan Ashwin, a boundary and 3 singles, 110 for 1. Sunrisers Hyderabad, and David Warner doing the sensible thing. He was waiting for the poor deliveries, Until then, he's just milking the ball around here and there, collecting a single as he does so on that occasion towards deep mid-wicket. And with that, moves up to 49, averages 56 against Kings 11 Punjab, more than 750 or 780 runs for Warner against Kings 11 Punjab. Absolutely loves batting against the Kings 11, does David Warner. As now Pandey drives one down the ground, almost caught there by the flight there, but in the end just checks his shot, Pandey, and drives it along the carpet down the ground for a single. So with that, it's over number 11 coming to an end. Hyderabad are 112 for 1.
Manish Pandey will retain the strike from the other end. He's on 20 after facing 16 deliveries, 2 boundaries under his belt, strike rate of 125. David Warner just 1 run away from his 8th consecutive 50 in the IPL. He's on 49 of 37 deliveries, 4 boundaries, 2 sixes, strike rate of 132. Ravichandran Ashwin has bowled 3 overs, 26 runs given. Murugan Ashwin has been on the economical side of things. 3 overs bowled by him, 20 runs given, and 1 wicket as well. And Otis Mahabir is here with us as well. Mario D'Souza is back, saying that good evening at Wali Siddiqui at Karthik Sena. There, Vansh, he spelled it there. He spelled it out for you, so you can just read it over there by Mario D'Souza.
Now, very often do people spell both of our names correctly.
Perfection.
But Mario D'Souza, what a job, man! Well done. That was spot on.
I think give that man a medal over there. It's glad to be back for
and get that man a shield.
You haven't watched the movie yet, right?
But that was the
Infinity War. All right,
yeah.
fine. I thought you watched it. So
Not
glad to be back from the weekend and to be back and catching up with live action with you guys in the lounge. Well, it's always a pleasure, Mario D'Souza. It's 112 for 1, and what a catch that could have been. Manish Pandey went for the inside out shot. It was Ravichandran Ashwin who was standing at mid-off, and out of all the people, he picked up a blinder over there. He jumped, he made the perfect jump over there. He extended his one arm and almost grasped that ball out of thin air.
That was an effort and a half there, and almost plucked an unbelievable catch there. Timed his jump to perfection, single-handed effort, but in the end just pops out of his hand. Mohammad Shami could have had the wicket of Manish Pandey. Pandey driving one from far away from his body. In the end, Ashwin, well, what an effort, but now it is a drop catch, and even more than that, it's a single for Manish Pandey and Sunrisers Hyderabad. Well, I've seen an infographic from Sports Flashes on Instagram. This is the first time in 7 years, in fact more than 7, 7 years that Delhi Capitals have qualified for the playoffs. Only the 4th time in their history. We'll get back to that as now outside edge runs away towards third man. 50 up for David Warner.
An absolute run machine, this Australian lad. He's not the traditional big Aussie, but he is a big fighter. What a character this man is turning out to be. We all thought that after being away from the game for a year, that his game, his skill, his timing would all have been deteriorated, but he is proving all of us wrong. What an innings, what an IPL. The best is yet to come, I feel, in the World Cup. It's 117 for 1. David Warner now moves to 53 of 38, and he takes a double over here, and you can see he's not tired at all. 55 of 39 deliveries. 7 runs coming off Shami's over so far. 3 more deliveries to be bowled. It's 119 for 1, and this man is an absolute champion.
Once again, outside edge, but what a knock. And the way he's just batted, he's been in total control as David Warner single-handedly, despite the fall of the wicket of Wriddhiman Saha, he's made sure that the runs continue to flow from the other end. And what a knock this is turning out to be. And now he dubs one away towards backward point. Manish Pandey wants a single sent back by David Warner. Pandey seemed to be very eager to go on and get back the strike. Well, David Warner today, he's been phenomenal. Another half century. I think if I'm correct, Wally will correct me if I'm wrong, but is this the 8th consecutive half century for him against the Kings 11 Punjab? So what a player. And this season, 85, 69, 100, 10, 15, 70, 51, 60, 67, 57, 37, and now 55 for David Warner. And all that list, he'd have about 2 to 3 to 4 not outs as well. So what a season for David Warner as he now pulls away Mohammad Shami towards deep mid-wicket, and by the time the fielder can get there, he will come back for the second.
And we are talking about David Warner, but let's talk about the other one as well, Manish Pandey, who's batting alongside him. He has scored 485 runs in the IPL against the Kings 11 Punjab with an average of 34.64 and also has 350s against them. He's coming on the back of a consecutive he's coming on the back with the 250s under his belt against Chennai Super Kings and Rajasthan Royals in 25 and 27 balls respectively. So you could see that's 2 of his top 3 fastest IPL 50. So he's in great touch over here. And once again, he's got himself settled. He's on 21 of 17 is Manish Pandey. Will he be able to follow the footprints of David Warner? Will he be able to prove himself to be as consistent as Warner? And will he strike another 50 against the Kings 11 Punjab? It's a single taken over here. Score moves on to 122 for the loss of 1 wicket. David Warner is on 58 of 42 deliveries, 5 boundaries, 2 sixes. Manish Pandey is on 21 of 17. 8 more overs remain, and since the start of the innings, the current run rate has never gone below 10.
And that's just the way that Sunrisers Hyderabad have batted today. That's just an indicator of how brilliant they have been throughout this innings. They've had a wicket gone, but despite that, they've still continued to go on and score at a good rate. Suman Gupta here, and yes, 850 is confirmed by Otis Mahabir. I don't need Wally's confirmation. Otis has done that. I'm fine with that, brother. It is the 8th consecutive half century.
I was saying that for
no, Wally, no, not yours. I'm happy with Mr. Mahabir's confirmation. Thank you so much, sir. 8th consecutive half century for David Warner against Kings 11 Punjab. 12 overs gone, 122 for the loss of 1 wicket, and now will the carnage continue? Is there a way for Punjab to get back in this contest? Well, short deliveries like that certainly will not, as Warner pulls it away towards deep square leg and quickly comes back for the second as well.
Well, one thing is for certain, if this total goes to 190 or 200, then Chris Gayle will have to play a really important knocker for the Kings 11 Punjab. KL Rahul is in good form as well, but if you talk about the batting depth of Kings 11 Punjab, that is where they lack at the moment, because it's Ravichandran Ashwin who usually comes at number 6 to bat, and when Ashwin comes that early on to bat, it's negative signs for you, because you need your frontline batsman to fire, and you also need to have some depth over there, as well as if you even consider that David Miller, he's not been performing too, so he's turning out to be a liability for Kings 11 Punjab. And the big blow was for them was, I think, Moses Henriques, because he could have added further value to them, not only with the bat but also with the ball. He got injured.
Moses Henriques was the big blow. He came in and was supposed to play, but then I think about half an hour before the start of play got injured and had to be carried off the field, so that was a massive blow. We've had that for a couple of sides, with Nathan Coulter-Nile being a casualty for Royal Challengers Bangalore. So that's part of the game. Injuries are part of the game. You'll have to deal with it. As now Manish Pandey deals with Murugan Ashwin in his own manner. Clears the front leg and hits it over the bowler's head into the side screen for a 6.
Well, what a shot that was by Manish Pandey. Didn't need to step out of the wicket, didn't need to dance down the wicket. He just smashes one over his head. It's 131 for 1. Continuing from where he left, he moves on to 27. A beautiful shot by Manish Pandey. And yes, Dr. Arvind Gangawal, we've read your comment. Thank you for that. Well, if I may ask, I have stayed in Dubai for quite a while over there. Could you just name me the hospital so that you never know?
You know that if Wally needs a free stitch or two, he'll come down and see you.
I'll definitely recommend you, because my sister and my brother are already there. I have stayed there for 17, 18 years of my life. So do tell me which hospital you work in.
Absolutely, and I just love the fact that he said that the entire hospital staff enjoys our coverage, of course, without letting their duty be affected. So absolutely love it. They say that God couldn't be everywhere, so he created mother and doctors. So if we are serving you well, it's an honor. It's an immense honor. So there's now a single there for Manish Pandey, driven away towards long on, and that single will take the score up to 132 for the loss of 1 wicket. We're still into the 13th over. M. Ashwin, 1 for 30 figures for him as he looks to bowl out his quota of 4 overs. 3.5 overs is what he's bowled so far, and the only successful bowler, only wicket taker, is now the final delivery pushed away towards square leg with soft hands. They'll pick up 1, and by the time Shami can come in from the boundary rope, they'll return for the second as well. So 4 overs, 1 for 32 figures for Murugan Ashwin. 13 overs gone. It's 134 for the loss of 1 wicket. Warner on 63, Pandey on 28 not out. It's the strategic timeout that has been taken, so it's time for us to take a break. I'll leave you with the news that it's 134 for 1 after 13 overs. Stay tuned to Cricket Lounge and Sports Flashes. Everybody, we will be back as soon as action resumes at the Rajiv Gandhi Stadium in Hyderabad.
You are listening to Sports Flashes Live.
Dhoni finishes off in style. A magnificent strike into the crowd. India lift the World Cup. Pulls it back. Here's Ronaldo for the hat-trick. And Cristiano Ronaldo does it again.
Sports Flashes, world's biggest sports radio channel. You are tuned into Sports Flashes Radio.
And what a performance by the number 3 seed, Saina Nehwal, who tomorrow will contest a third All-England semi-final.
Sports Flashes, world's biggest sports radio channel.
Sports Flashes.
This is Sports Flashes Live.
The flying Finn from Helsinki is on his last lap, looking magnificently good for his 20th World Championship win.
Download Sports Flashes app or visit www.sportsflashes.com. Sports Flashes, world's biggest sports radio channel.
Sports Flashes.
You are listening to Sports Flashes Live. Download Sports Flashes app or visit www.sportsflashes.com. Sports Flashes, world's biggest sports radio channel. This is Sports Flashes Live. Sports Flashes, world's biggest sports radio channel. Sports Flashes, everything about sports. You are tuned into Sports Flashes Radio. Sports Flashes Radio. World's biggest sports radio channel. Sports Flashes, the official broadcast partner of BCCI. Sports Flashes, everything about sports. Catch all the cricketing action and complete drama at one click of your phone.
He does that. Smack again onside, being peppered. Consecutive boundaries.
Don't miss. Download the app now. Sports Flashes, world's biggest sports radio channel.
Sports Flashes.
One station filled with full football fever.
Thinks about the shot. Will go for it. And will plant an absolute cracker into the corner to put the icing on what is a very sweet tasting cake for Manchester City.
And you are just one click away.
Sergio Aguero. Oh, that's vicious! Unstoppable!
Download Sports Flashes app or visit www.sportsflashes.com. Sports Flashes, world's biggest sports radio channel.
Sports Flashes.
Hello everyone and welcome back to Sports Flashes Cricket Lounge. This is Wali Siddiqui and Karthikeya Sinha giving you the live updates of the game between Sunrise Hyderabad and Kings 11 Punjab. The second strategic timeout has come to an end. The score is 139 for 1 in 13.3 overs. It's David Warner who's on 65 of 46 deliveries and is playing a phenomenal knock. And what a shot that was! It was a switch hit by David Warner. He can bat right-handed as well.
Well, certainly he can. He showed that again. Hits one over the man at shot, third man. One bouncer into the fence for 4. Warner is certainly trying to make full use of his last innings here in the IPL this season. And what a shot that 4 for him. Very comfortably, without any hassle. Switches the grip, turns around and boom. Mujib can't believe what's struck him. And it's the score now with that has moved up to 143 for the loss of 1 wicket. And now outside edge again, but this time wide off the man, a third man. Shami giving the chase, he will cut it off, he's quick. But the throw, by the time it comes in back to the keeper, a couple of runs for David Warner again.
It's 145 for 1 after 13.5 overs, and Myra D'Souza saying that Manish Pandey and David Warner can devastate any bowler at the moment. They are capable of setting a formidable target. Well, I do agree with that, Mario. And Arvind Gangawal giving the name of his hospital, Riyaz Medical Center and Freelance in Sharjah. Well, I've been there. Arvind Gangawal, I think it was for a vaccination or something. I don't remember, it was quite long, but it's a privilege to give you the live updates of the game. Andre Barry is here with us saying that Kings 11 Punjab need to win this game, and I think he's a big Chris Gayle supporter, is Andre Barry.
Absolutely, I won't be surprised, is he? And Techno Sahil and Fazil, which team batting? It is Sunrisers Hyderabad that are batting right now. And Anil Bhai Rai Bareli is also with us. Hello Anil. Ramdayal Tiwari tuning in too. And Respect Girl says, I'm back. I thought you were always here, never gone away anywhere. Mohammad Wasim is also tuning in. And Sriram Maurya, thank you for the flowers, brother. Got them.
I think
nice and fresh.
Sports flashes, he wrote something else, but it's all right. Ram Maurya, welcome back. And we do remember it's your wedding, and you will be inviting us for that quite soon enough. And we do remember it, that it's on the
17th.
of June.
Now I remember, 17th of June.
I remember it now. It's on the 17th of June. So coming back to the game, it's 146 for 1 after 14 overs. David Warner is on 72 after facing 49 deliveries, 6 boundaries and 2 sixes. Manish Pandey on the other end is providing added assistance to his I was about to say skipper. He's not the skipper. Well, it's Williamson, but he is providing adequate support to David Warner. He's on 31. Manish Pandey of 22 deliveries. And once again, this time Warner pulls it away. It's Arshdeep Singh who pulls the first delivery. And a double taken once more. 148 for 1. So it's not all boundaries and sixes. He's quick on between the wickets as well.
I think he's terrific. Is David Warner? He might be tiny, but he's very, very quick. Is David Warner comes back for another second, and I think he's run more doubles than the boundaries he's hit today as David Warner. We've seen that in the past few overs as well. Very good at rotating the strike, very good at keeping the scoreboard ticking, and then every poor delivery that he gets, he cracks that away for 4s or 6s. He's on 74 of 50. He's got a good chance of making another 100 here.
Well, it's 148 for 1, and another wayward delivery. This time it will rush towards the boundary line by David Warner. It's now 152 for 1. Warner now moves on to 78 of 59 deliveries, and the Kings 11 Punjab bowlers look out of sorts. Well, here's an update to all the IPL fanatics. Since the league phase is coming to an end, the first playoff, which will be the qualifier 1, will take place on 7th of May. And the second playoff, which will be the second qualifier, will be taking place on 9th, on 8th, which will be the eliminator, and the third, which will be the playoff 2, when qualifier 2, that will be on 10th of May, and the final will take place on 12th May. So 7, 8, 10 and 12, these are the days that you will be back on Sports Flashes to get the live updates. Coming back to this game, it's 153 for 1 after 14.3 overs. Sensibly done there by David Warner. He's got the run, so he just takes single and gives Manish Pandey the strike.
And another important news is that those last 4 games, that's qualifier 1, eliminator, qualifier 2 and the final, will begin from 7:30 and not 8 p.m. So then that means that we will be live from 7:20 p.m. on those match days as opposed to 7:50. It's a half an hour earlier start. The first qualifier, as well he said, 7th May will be played at the M. Chidambaram Stadium in Chennai. The eliminator on the 8th of May will be played at the Dr. Y.S. Reddy Stadium in Visakhapatnam. The second qualifier also at the Dr. Y.S. Reddy Cricket Stadium in Visakhapatnam on the 10th of May, and the final at this very venue at the Rajiv Gandhi International Stadium in Hyderabad as Arshdeep bowls a bouncer, and this time Pandey pulls this away. Couple of bounces into the fine leg fence for 4. That's 11 of this over already. Second boundary of this over. 1 for David Warner, now for Pandey. That is 157 for 1.
Well, he's appreciated the shot that he's played over there, Manish Pandey, and acknowledging it because it was a short delivery. He knew that the fine leg, the square leg fielder was inside the ring, so he took his chances. He played it uppishly, and it went towards another boundary for the Sunrise Hyderabad. This is 157 for the loss of 1 wicket after 14.4 overs, and they are not giving Kings 11 Punjab a break. They're constantly putting them under the pump. The current run rate, like I said, has not gone below 10 since the start of the game. It's 10.7 even as we speak. It's 157 for 1 after 14.4 overs. David Warner is on 79 of 52. Pandey is on 35 of 23. Young Arshdeep Singh is under a lot of pressure. 31 runs conceded by him in 2.4 overs. This time Manish Pandey just flicks it, works it towards his hips and takes a single as Nicholas Pooran collects it. And it's a single taken, 158 for 1 after 14.5 overs. Things looking quite bleak at the moment for the Kings 11 Punjab bowlers.
So now this partnership certainly going great guns for Sunrisers Hyderabad, and still looking for that wicket are Kings 11 Punjab, despite they're only getting one wicket. That was earlier off Riddhiman Saha. That seems so long ago, and Riddhiman Saha, his fall of wicket hasn't changed a lot, because they've continued to go on and score at a brilliant rate. Above 10 is the run rate as the final delivery from Arshdeep is tapped away towards mid-wicket by Warner. Single there to complete the over. 15 overs gone. It's 159 for 1 with Warner on 80, and he will retain the strike.
Warner's on 80, while Manish Pandey on the other end is on 36 of 24 deliveries, 3 boundaries and 1 6 to his name. Warner has 7 boundaries and 2 sixes with the strike rate of 150. The strike rate is pretty much identical. Both are on 150 when we talk about the strike rate, and the partnership now worth of 81 runs. The partnership for the first wicket between Saha and Warner was worth 78 runs, which came in just 6 overs, and now the next one is of 81 of 52 deliveries, which came within the next 7 overs. So, well, they have put their foot on the pedal and they're not stopping at the, as we speak. It's 159 for 1 in 15 overs. And Ronnie Khan is here with us. Anil Bhai Rai Bareli, an avid listener of ours, is back with us, saying that please, someone get Warner dismissed right now. I think he's supporting Kings 11 Punjab. And Vansh has once more asked us a question. Well, what was it again, Vansh? Could you please repeat it so that we will be able to exactly, because even Anil Bhai has written that what question. So please do tell us what the question was. It's 159 for 1, and Ravichandran Ashwin will be bowling his final over of his 4-over spell. First ball delivered to Warner, a dot to the 3.
This is going to be a battle between Ashwin and David Warner now, with Warner clearly looking to accelerate the scoring. Dance down the track of the first delivery, but this time stands and delivers, drives inside edge, lucky not to chop it on, and the ball goes away towards fine leg. He'll pick up a single there will David Warner. He moves up to 81 now, as the score is 160 for the loss of 1 wicket. And Ashwin, I think he's doing well. He's just doing a few things that'll keep the batsman guessing. High up release, side up release, a few quicker ones, a few slow ones as well. So he's trying to mix it up, as now he bowls a quicker one in the air and taken. In the air and taken. Manish Pandey is gone. There was a quicker one in line with the leg stump. Pandey scooped it towards the short fine leg region, and Mohammad Shami completes a smart catch.
Well, that's a wicket against the run of play. Just when Manish Pandey and David Warner were looking dangerous, he hands his wicket over. It was a poor delivery. In fact, I think it was pretty much planned, because Mohammad Shami was already on the course of taking the catch. He was pretty much prepared for it. It's a good catch taken by Shami at short fine leg. He tried to paddle it. It was bowled at a quick pace by Ashwin. He tried paddling it there, Manish Pandey, and handed a simple catch to Mohammad Shami. The score now is 160 for 2. Another valuable contribution by Manish Pandey. He scored 36 of 24 deliveries, and that's the first wicket for Kings 11 Punjab's skipper Ravichandran Ashwin. He's bowled 3.3 overs, has conceded 27 runs and 1 wicket taken already. Anil Bhai, you did give a wrong prediction over here. You thought Warner will be getting out in this over. Well, it's Manish Pandey who's got out.
Well, in the end, if you're a Sunrise, if you're a Kolkata Kings 11 Punjab fan, you'll be happy. It doesn't matter who got out, because in the end they have got the wicket finally, have Kings 11 Punjab. And what a partnership this was, if I'm correct, close to 70 or 80 runs between these two, and in the last 4 overs these two added 41 with the fall of now Manish Pandey's wicket. This has been terrific, and hope David Warner makes 100. He can go back happy from here, and he is Sanju Baba of cricket, says Tenzin Sungrab. Well,
loads of controversy.
Absolutely, Sanju Baba, this might be his number 360.
Yes, we do get it, what you're trying to say over here. I hope the people in the comment box also know what it means over here. But I think if there is anyone who does replicate that aura of Sanju, then you have to compare Hardik Pandya to him, because I'm pretty sure that 10 years down the line, there will be a biopic made on Hardik Pandya, and this will be the exact dialogue which will be used in his movie.
I think his movie will be called Agya.
Agya.
Baki, you all know what happens before that. But in the end, let's get back to cricket, and this contest is 162 for 2. Ashwin now bowling to Nabi, who's the new man out there. He's picked up a double of the first delivery, faces now, works one away towards a sweeper cover for another single. Mohammad Nabi has a strike rate in the final few overs of 207, and we all saw what he could do in the Big Bash League. Those helicopter shots also coming from him, and now the score 163 for 3. Final delivery from Ashwin of over number 16 to David Warner. Warner slices it and he's gone. Anil Bhai Raebareli, your prediction has come true. David Warner was sliced, looking to power it over extra cover, got the edge and taken by Mujibur Rahman at backward point. So not just one, but Anil Bhai, you've got both the wickets. First it was Manish Pandey, and now David Warner gone for 81. But what a knock once again by David Warner. 81 of 56 deliveries. I'm disappointed that he's missed out on 100 here.
Well, bang on prediction there, Raebareli, Anil Bhai. What a prediction. Well, you have to say that. But you just, I think, had you been a little bit more greedy and said that Manish Pandey's wicket would have also fallen, then I think I would have definitely consulted you and showed you my palm as to what will happen with me in the next 5 years. It's a 163 for 3, and you can see what a heroic reception he's getting from the Rajiv Gandhi International Stadium. And it's his second home. Warner Mia, that's what they call him. And it's an important knock for him as well, because this will be his last IPL game today. He will be heading to Australia for the World Cup camp. But what a memorable knock. This man is the epitome of sheer consistency. It's 163 for 3 after 16 overs, and Ravichandran Ashwin out of nowhere has sprung Kings 11 Punjab back into the game, because 2 wickets, both of the set batsmen in just 1 over.
Now it's Ashwin who's picked up those both the wickets. So we were saying, is there a way for Kings 11 Punjab to come back in this match? And we thought, will they be able to go on and restrict them under 200? Well, now with both Pandey and David Warner gone, it looks like could be possible that for Kings 11 Punjab. But for that, they'll have to go on and get a few more wickets here, and make sure that they do not leak those runs away to Kings 11 Punjab. Well, Anil Bhai, congratulations on your win is all I can say. And yes, we are back in the game, says Andre Barry. And
I told you so.
Yes, I told you so, says Anil Bhai. Yes, you did. What a prediction that's turned out to be.
Absolutely, and I'm really happy for you that you've got some rewards over there, and almost double. Right, good, so good job. And Andre Barry, yes, I'm pretty sure that you're pretty pleased with the way that Kings 11 Punjab has sprung back into the game. And Respect Girl, aka Vansh, is asking us to answer his question. Well, what was your question, Vansh? We seem to have forgotten, so please write down your question once again. It's 164 for 3 after 16.1 overs, and it's Mohammad Shami who comes back to the strike. It's Kane Williamson who is now facing Shami, so another quality batsman. A quality batsman replaces another quality batsman. It's Kane Williamson from New Zealand, who's replaced Australia's David Warner as he got dismissed on 81. Will he be able to justify his reputation today with the bat or not? He's one of the batsmen who belongs to the Fab Four of the modern day cricket. It's Virat Kohli, Joe Root, Steve Smith and Kane Williamson. He hasn't just clicked in the Sunrise Hyderabad this time around. He was the orange cap holder in the previous edition of the IPL. Will he be able to perform for his team? A captain's knock is needed for Sunrise Hyderabad. 165 for 3. And if you talk about the most runs in the IPL season ever, then Virat Kohli is on top of the list with 973 runs in 2016. And you guessed it, it's David Warner who's second with 848 runs in that season itself in 2016. Kane Williamson third, who was also the orange cap holder last season, 735 runs in 2018. Chris Gayle fourth with 733 runs in the 2012 season. Mike Hussey with also the same number of runs as Chris Gayle, 733 runs in 2013. Chris Gayle once again 708 in 2013, and followed by David Warner, 692 runs, just 8 runs away from 700 runs in 2019. So 692 runs he scored in the 2019 edition of the IPL, and he's given the other batsmen a big mountain to climb.
Well, this is twice he's been, as far as the most runs in an IPL season is concerned. Got 848 back in 2016, and now he's got 6-82 in 2019. So wonderful from David Warner as he's continued to go on and get those runs. Unfortunately, his last innings in this edition's IPL could not end in 100. I seriously wanted that. We got Williamson, the new man out there in the middle. It's 166 for 3. Still 3.5 overs left. Can they go past 200? That will be the question. And for that to happen, Mohammad Nabi and Williamson will have to bat very well as Shami now bowls the next one, and Williamson in his own technically perfect manner punches it away towards sweeper cover to collect a single. Single is something that Ashwin and Kings 11 Punjab will be very happy about. I'm very sure they'll be delighted with the fact that they've seen the back of now David Warner and Manish Pandey, and we'd hope that the boundaries now would dry away, because in the last few overs these two can be very, very dangerous.
And if we talk about David Warner, had he been there till the end of the competition, then I think he would have challenged Virat Kohli for that for the most number of runs in the IPL, since he scored 973 with the form that he was in 850s. Sensational form that this guy is in.
He probably crossed 1,000 runs.
Exactly.
For the first man to do so.
But thankfully for Virat Kohli and RCB, he is walking back, so he'll be walking back to Australia to prepare for the World Cup. A single taken this time by Mohammad Nabi, and he gives his skipper the striker Kane Williamson, and it's a decent over by Mohammad Shami. And for the very first time, the run rate has gone below 10 now.
9.98. We got Vijay Shankar in the ranks. I'm surprised that Williamson has come up, and could have been, Vijay Shankar to come out.
Never compare Vijay Shankar to Kane Williamson.
I'm not comparing. Obviously, Kane Williamson as a batsman, he's miles apart. Is Kane Williamson, but he can hit the ball well. Can Vijay Shankar? He can be. Rashid Khan is padded up as well. So that's one thing that they could have done here. As Williamson now once again, that's all Williamson will do most of the time. Work the ball around and pick up singles. And at this stage of the game, they don't need singles. Onai Jungle announcement, please, sir. I'm not very sure, Rai Bareli, what do you want? But iPhone says hello iPhone. And we'll try and work with that app as well. Respect girl and Jetharam from Pakistan tuning in. Very, very warm welcome to all of you. And who will win this IPL is the question from Otis Mahabir. Could Kings 11 Punjab make it into the playoffs? Well, they can, but they'll have to win the games that are left.
Exactly, it's a tight contest over there, Andre Barry, because there are currently 4 teams who are level on points. They all have 10 points. Rajasthan Royals, Sunrise Hyderabad, Kings 11 Punjab, Kolkata Knight Riders, and they have quite a few games remaining as well. So we'll just get down to that within a while. But if we tell you the score, it's 169 for the loss of 3 wickets in 17 overs. And somehow Kings 11 Punjab have clawed their way back into the game. They need tight 3 overs from their end, but it's Mujibur Rahman who bowls a good delivery over there. What have we just watched over there?
Chris Gale scores an own goal. Chris Gale was chasing the ball. Well, first of all, it was a flighted delivery. Williamson went for the extra cover drive, got the outside edge. The ball travelled between backward point and the short third man. Chris Gale from short third man was chasing the ball. Got there, but instead of his hands, he tried to use his feet, and boom. What a goal. That was the easiest tap-in goal you'd ever get, and Chris Gale kicks the ball out of the boundary row for 4.
Well, he's a big Manchester United fan. I'm sure he's showing Romelu Lukaku how it's done over there, but you shouldn't do that for Kings 11 Punjab, Chris Gale. But a big shot this time by Kane Williamson. I'm sure that'll go to the stands, and yes, a big 6 for Kane Williamson. It was a slog sweep this time around. The score is now 179 for 3. And that's what Kane Williamson could do. Never go on his appearance. He could manipulate the field with his utmost grace, just like what Shubman Gill did yesterday. It's 179 for 3 of 17.2 overs. And I think Chris Gill, the reason why he did that was because he wants to chase down 200 and score 100.
Well, I think why Kane Williamson did that was he wants an apology from me from taking his name and Vijay Shankar's name in the same sentence. I apologize, Sir Williamson, as he's now moved up to 13 of just 5 deliveries. 179 now for the loss of 3 wickets. And at a point of time, we got Anil Bhai Rambareli announce PL Onai Jungle So PL, Onai, Jungle along with Anil Bhai Rai Bareli. How are you? And Warner, Australia. Kab jayega. He'll leave after this game, Anil. Will David Warner.
And Andre, you were asking us about if Kings 11 Punjab can qualify for the playoffs or not. So here's the picture over here. Delhi and Chennai have qualified. They have 16 points on the board. Mumbai Indians also on the board of qualifying. They just need one more win. They have 14 points on the board. But Sunrise Hyderabad, here's where it gets interesting. SRH, Sunrise Hyderabad have 10. Kolkata Knight Riders, who are below them, have 10. Kings 11 Punjab have 10 as well. And Rajasthan Royals also have 10. Apart from RCB, anyone could qualify right now. It's Rajasthan, Kings 11, KKR and Sunrisers. And the number of games remaining for Hyderabad are 3. The number of games remaining for KKR are 2, and the number of games remaining for Rajasthan are 2 as well, and the number of games for Kings 11 are 3. So if they win 3 games to Kings 11 Punjab in comprehensive manner, then they can.
They certainly can. I think they've got a good chance here as we speak. Now Mujib. In fact, it's Nabi who gets stuck. What a shot that from Nabi. Maximum into the side screen for 6. He's treated his countryman Mujib without a disdain here. And that's, in fact, over the side screen for a maximum. 57 runs is what Mujibur Rahman has conceded so far today. Is this over? He's given away 17 runs, and now he's bowled one way outside the off stump. And as Ravi says, it's a wide. So another run added to the total. 3.4 overs, 58 for none. The figures for Mujibur Rahman. We got Anil Bhai along with Tenzing Sugrab all saying something. Respect girl, please answer my question. The question is, sir,
can you download an app?
I can't. I don't use a phone, so I can't download it.
We still live in the Stone Age right now. We don't have phones, but yes, we have heard what you're trying to say over here. We'll get to that. Do not worry, Vansh. And Tenzing Sugrab saying that MI or KKR will win this year's IPL if KKR reach playoffs. No doubt KKR will win. Well, after that one win, you still think that Kolkata Knight Riders will be able to win the IPL. They have a dodgy bowling attack, Tenzin. I think they can make it to the playoffs, but winning the IPL might turn out to be a miracle for them.
Well, it's certainly going to be difficult, but once you qualify for the playoffs, then you have to forget whatever's happened throughout the season. In the end, it's all about winning those 2 games. As now Nabi once again goes big, and this is even bigger from Nabi. Nabi smashes Mujib for another 6, and poor Mujib, 65 runs is what he's given away today in 3.5 overs, and it's Nabi who's destroyed his IPL career.
And I think Mujibur Rahman should have a word with his countrymen, who was also the skipper of Afghanistan not so long ago. It's Mohammad Nabi who's taking apart Mujibur Rahman, and he's faced a lot of him in a lot of his deliveries in the nets as well, and that is exactly why he is targeting him over here. And it's 194 for 3 in 17.5 overs. Final delivery to be bowled, and if you look at this over, 25 runs have already come in this over. It's turning out to be a mammoth one for Sunrise. We saw a high-scoring game yesterday. We're seeing another one today.
He tries to go again, but this time gets the toe end of the bat, does Nabi. The ball goes away towards deep point. Only a single there to end the over. So 18 overs gone, and it is 195 for the loss of 3 wickets. That's the score right now. 195 for 3 after 18 overs. Another 12 deliveries remaining. All of you tuned in, let me know your prediction. What will be the score at the end of 20 overs for the Sunrisers Hyderabad?
For Sunrisers Hyderabad, do give us a prediction. It's 195 for 3 in 18 overs. The partnership now between the two is worth 32 of just 12 deliveries. Mohammad Nabi is now on 19 of 8. Kane Williamson on the other end is on 14 of 6. 2 sixes struck by Mohammad Nabi, a boundary and a 6 struck by Kane Williamson. The last over went for 26 runs, and if we talk about the previous 4 overs, 49 runs have come from Sunrisers and only 2 wickets have fallen. We thought that the end of Kane Williamson and David Warner might tighten the screws for the Kings 11 for Punjab and Sunrisers Hyderabad, but that wasn't to be. Mohammad Nabi is just taking each and every bowler to the cleaners as of now. It's a 195 for 3, and let's take a look at the YouTube comment section as well. Anil Bhai Rai Bareli thinks that Chris Gayle will bat quite well for the Kings 11 Punjab. In fact, he's saying that he will destroy Sunrise Hyderabad. We'll have to wait and watch. A wide delivery, and it's 196. Shami is bowling his fourth over here. It's Jetharam who's given his prediction. It's 222. Akash Maurya thinks that it will be another score of 232. We saw that from Kolkata Knight Riders yesterday. Will they be able to replicate the same? Only time will tell.
Samir Das also tuning in with us on our YouTube stream. A very warm welcome. 196 for 3 at the moment with the 18 overs bowled. Third man fine leg both to the boundary rope as now Shami bowls a full delivery, driven away and wonderfully well fielded there by Ravichandran Ashwin, running towards his left, puts in a dive and stops that certain boundary at the moment, and only a single there for Sunrisers Hyderabad. Respect Girl says 229 is what Sunrisers Hyderabad will score. ADG ZGT says 221 and it's Anil Bhai saying why don't they bowl short deliveries?
Well, he did bowl a short one on the first delivery, but it was a wide. So he's also bowled one for the overs. Mohammad Shami now has to control himself over there on that aspect. It's 197 for 3. 18.1 overs have been bowled, and it's Kane Williamson who will now face the strike. And good fielding there by Ravi Ashwin at the mid-off region. That was certainly going for a 4, but a full stretch drive towards the end, and he just restricts him for the 1. It's 197 for 3. And New Zealand's skipper, Hyderabad's skipper, Kane Williamson, is the man who's currently on strike. 18.1 overs have been bowled. It's Mohammad Shami who's steaming in to bowl the second delivery as Kane Williamson. And what a catch taken by the cover fielder. Who was it this time? Was it Ashwin? Yes, it was Ashwin, but it was Murugan Ashwin. Timed his jump at the right moment and took a brilliant catch. It's now 197 for 4. That was also going for another boundary. It's the two Ashwins who have stopped 2 boundaries, but it's Murugan Ashwin who takes a brilliant catch at covers.
Well, wonderfully timed jump there as Praveen Kumar says 225 will be the score. Anthony Dale predicting 235, and Jitaram says today's do-or-die match for the Kings 11. And well, Anil Bhai, I've just got your prediction. It's a bit too late because Kane Williamson has already been dismissed. And what a catch, what an effort from Murugan Ashwin. Times his jump to perfection, gets both hands to it and hangs on to it. So with that, it's the end of Kane Williamson. He's gone. Wicket number 4 down for Hyderabad. And well, it's a record that Mujibur Rahman will not be proud of today. Gave away 66 runs in his 4 overs, and that's the joint most expensive spell in IPL history. And
along with
Ishant Sharma.
Okay, cool.
Ishant Sharma against CSK in 2016. Dare not say anything about Dinda Academy now.
I was about to say that. I thought it was Ashok Dinda, but thankfully it wasn't him. It was Ishant Sharma who has conceded 66 runs as well, and Mujibur Rahman also being struck for 66 runs in 4 overs. It's another Afghani who comes into bat. It's Mohammad Nabi and Rashid Khan who will be batting in tandem. It's 197 for 4, and they need some serious big hitting now. It's 18.2 overs that have been bowled. Andrew Berry has given his prediction over here. He states that 210 will be the final score given by Sunrisers Hyderabad. Sharwan Mahato says that it will be 215. He is listening from Nepal. And yes, Vansh, you will be joining us in the second innings. We'll see you then. Praveen Kumar thinks that another wicket will fall in this over. We'll just have to wait and watch. It's 198 for 4 in 18.3 overs.
Great stuff this, I think, from Kings 11 Punjab field. As far as today is concerned, they've done a good job. Ashwin doing a good job in the field. And yes, Anil Bhai, you said wicket will come, and it has come. But I read your comment a little late, so I'm not going to give you that one. But Kings need bowlers, I told you, says Anthony Dale. Yes, Anthony, they've been smashed all over the park. Have been Kings 11 Punjab today. And from the first over itself, and he's bowled him. The moment Anthony Dale says they need a bowler, Mohammad Shami delivers the wicket, and that's the end of Mohammad Nabi's innings. One Mohammad to another, and it's Shami who comes out on top. Bowled is Nabi for 20. It's 198 for 5.
So 2 wickets falling in quick succession once again. It's like a pattern which has been drawn by Kings 11 Punjab. Just when the batsmen are taking you to the cleaners, they take 2 wickets in 1 over and then swing back the momentum. But I think the damage has been done by Mohammad Nabi. 20 of 10, a good knock, a solid knock. And now I think it will be Vijay Shankar who will finally come up to that, and he can swing his bat as well. Rashid Khan is there on the other end. 198 for 5 after 18.4 overs. Talking about Mohammad Shami, he's taken 2 wickets, 3.4 overs bowled, 32 runs given and 2 wickets taken. 198 for 5 is the score as of now in 18.4 overs.
So previously also we saw a couple of wickets going on in 1 over with Warner and Pandey falling, and now Kane Williamson and Nabi falling in the same over as well. Anil Bhai saying last total prediction 215. Waiting for Gale Storm in the next innings. Hope he stays till the end, says Tenzin Sugrab. Tenzin, you waited for the Chris Gale show last time around as well. He disappointed you, but hopefully today we will see a Gale Storm coming in. And Shravan Mahato enjoying our coverage from Nepal. Thank you very much, Shravan. Costa Chatimi Ramra. Malai Ramra Sa brother. It's 198 for 5. 8 deliveries still to come in this innings. Vijay Shankar is the new man who's now come out to join Rashid Khan. And Rashid Khan, mind you, can hit the ball a long way. We saw that for Bangladesh, for Afghanistan, as well as in the Big Bash League. As now drive towards mid-off. They'll pick up one. In fact, they'll pick up an overthrow as well. 2 runs there straight away for Vijay Shankar. 200 up on the board for Sunrisers Hyderabad. 200 for 5.
200 for 5 over there. Something happened over there behind the scenes. It's 18.5 overs being bowled. 200 for the loss of 5 wickets. And another over remains to be bowled. Upendra Upadhyay, she's not here. You can find her somewhere else. Tenzing Sugrab saying that waiting for Gale Storm. We all are. Pravinder Kumar here as well. Andre Barry states that yes, Chris Gale will stay till the very end. But I think the interesting contest to watch will be Rashid Khan versus Chris Gale, because it was last time when Rashid Khan got his wicket on the very first ball, and I'm pretty sure that Gale remembers it. And in the previous game, which happened in the last season, it was Gale who smashed 4 sixes in 4 consecutive deliveries of Rashid Khan. So who will get the better of whom in today's game? Who will have the last laugh? We'll just have to wait and watch. The over has finally come to an end. 202 for 5 in 19 overs.
Well, Otis Mabir, your question. It is, I'm looking for the stats right now, as we'll quickly talk about the most 4s and 6s by David Warner this season. As far as Warner is concerned, he's got now 55 boundaries, so he's at the top of the order. 21 sixes for him in the season. This is the season stats, I'm telling you. 21 sixes and 57 boundaries for David Warner. A total of 692 runs, best of 100 not out, average 69, and strike rate of 143. 850s along the way for the Australian in 12 innings this season for David Warner. So I hope that answers your question, sir.
Ghulam Abbas saying that well done Sunrise Hyderabad. The score is 202 for 5 in 19 overs, and they have batted quite well. We'll just run you down with the scorecard after this over. But if we talk about the batsmen who are currently on strike, it's Vijay Shankar and Rashid Khan. Rashid Khan will be the man on strike, and if you look at the previous 9 overs, 99 runs have come up from the bat, similar to what David Warner and Manish Pandey and Buddhiman Saha did. So an exact copy of what they did in the 9 overs, the initial 9 overs. The final delivery, the final over to be bowled, in fact, and that's a Jaffa over delivery by Arshdeep Singh, a yorker, as Rashid Khan went to play for the late cut but couldn't connect. It hits the leg stump. It's another wicket for the Kings 11 Punjab. 202 for 6, and 3 wickets now falling in just 2 overs.
Well, was that a no ball? They'll have to check. No, he had his heel behind the line, so that's no problem there for Arshdeep and Sunrisers Hyderabad and Kings 11 Punjab, and Rashid is gone, and we'll have to wait and see if how many can they get from here on. Backed away did Rashid Khan, looking to create some room for himself, and then that Yorker, he was hoping that he could get some bat on it and squeeze one away towards short third man, but in the end, well, the ball missing the bat and hitting the leg stump, and that's wicket number 1 for Arshdeep today. Good job by the youngster, although, you know, obviously him against David Warner, one would have thought the poor boy would be taken to the cleaners, but he's returned with some decent figures. Gale, all your fans in Negril are depending on you to win this game, says Anthony Dale. So Gale, you've got Dale commanding you to go on and get some runs and get a storm here in Hyderabad so that you can deliver a win for your team today. Praveen Kumar and along with Tenzin. Well, Tenzin, you've already said that a couple of times about my memory. Well, it's just that, I make notes. I'm good with that. And then I try and show off how good my memory is. Abhishek Sharma is the new man in. It's 202 for 6. Final 5 deliveries remaining, and the strike rate would be something that they'd be very happy with. 180.6.
Well, I do remember a good knock that he played for the Delhi Daredevils. Back then it was named as the Delhi Daredevils. He scored 42 of just 17 deliveries and proper cricketing shots. Remnants of Yuvraj Singh over there. but he needs to do it once again. This time he just has 4 deliveries. In fact, he'll have less than that because he's taken a single with a leg by 203 for 6. Well, Andre Berry, I just want to ask you one thing. With the West Indies now going into the World Cup, and especially with Chris Gayle and Andre Russell in high form, what do you think are their chances in the World Cup? We do remember that they leveled the series against the favourites of the World Cup, England, at your home. So what do you think? Will West Indies be able to do wonders in the World Cup? Do give us your opinion.
Well, we got Abhishek Dubey saying that KL Rahul and David Miller are going to play well today. And to add to that, if Chris Gayle goes on and gets a few runs, we've certainly got a game on here. Today, local player day, I think, for Kings 11 Punjab, says Jay Talam. Yes, one from the academy in Arshdeep. He's done a very, very good job. 33 for 1 in the 3.2 overs that he's bowled. And in the last 56 deliveries, 100 runs have been scored. So, well, that's the way they have batted as now. Vijay Shankar works one away towards covers and picks up a single. The score moves up to 204 for the loss of 6 wickets. And Shravan Mahato says, command Ramratsos was so. We love this channel watching. It's like watching on the TV. Thank you guys. Love you all who are working hard from Nepal. Thank you very much, brother. Absolutely love it. While we got Abhilash Dubey saying my name is Abhilash and not Abhishek. Oh, no problem. Sorry, Abhilash. Abhilash Dubey ji, maaf kijiyega. And Taksur Rahman also tuning in saying hi. 204 for 6. It is Abhishek Sharma on strike as Arshdeep now bowls another one down the leg side. Poor delivery and a wide. And talking about homegrown, they've also got Simran Singh keeping wickets of Kings 11 Punjab.
Well, that's what Ashwin has done. He has given people opportunities in this Vivo IPL. And coming back to the purple cap holders, it's Kagis Rabada sitting comfortably at top, just like David Warner holds the orange cap. It's Kagis Rabada from the other end. 25 wickets in 12 games. Imran Tahir is on second, 17 of 12, and Mohammad Shabi has taken 16 of 12. So he's also very well. He's also very much in that race. Is Mohammad Shami. 205 for 6 is the score right now, and a good shot this time struck by Abhishek Sharma. Will it go to the boundary? And there was an attempt by David Miller, but he could not gather the ball over there. A good shot by Sharma, timed it to perfection. 209 for 6, 19.4 overs being bowled. Two more deliveries remain to be bowled by Arshdeep Singh.
Starting out to be topsy-turvy over, bowled a good Yorker, picked up a wicket, and now being creamed away through towards extra cover for a boundary. Decent effort by David Miller, got fingertips to it, running towards his right from a long off, but in the end just could not cut it off. And Vikram Shekhawat, a very warm welcome to Cricket Lounge to you, sir. 2 deliveries remaining in this over. As far as the runs are concerned, 7 from this over of the bowling of Arshdeep and a wicket. Figures of 39 for 1 for the left arm youngster as he bowls the 5th delivery again in the air. And this time one bounce and through towards long off. Only a single there. So right now it's 210 for the loss of 6 wickets. And Asif Gudha also tuning in. Very warm welcome. Elon Ketwaru is supporting Kings 11 Punjab today. She is, as that's what she's saying. So great. I'm sure not just Chris Gayle, but Chris, the entire team.
I'm sure even she's from the Caribbean islands over here.
Well, do let us know, Elon. Where are you from? What part of the world are you tuning in from?
It's a 210 for 6, and Anil Bhai is asking for a 6 for different reasons, which we might not say on the mic. But it's a good shot by Vijay Shankar. It will not be a 6. It's 2 bounces and 2 runs taken on the other end. So 212 for 6. The target to chase for the Kings 11 Punjab is a mammoth one. It's 213 that the Kings 11 Punjab need in order to win this game. And we'll just run you down with the scorecard. Punjab were the ones to win the toss as they elected to bowl first, and just like Rohit Sharma had won the toss yesterday, their opponents scored heavy runs on the board because it was David Warner and Wriddhiman Saha who accumulated a 78-run stand of just 6 overs. 78 runs of 6 overs. Wriddhiman Saha scored 28 of 13, was dismissed by Murugan Ashwin. David Warner scored 81 of 56, another 50, another brilliant log. It was his final innings as he'll be going back to Australia. 81 of 56. Manish Pandey's good cameo once again, 36 of 25. Mohammad Nabi scored 20 of 10, 2 sixes on his belt. Kane Williamson scored 14 of 7. Rashid Khan was dismissed for 1. Vijay Shankar and Abhishek Sharma were unbeaten for 7 and 5 respectively. And for the bowling unit of Kings 11 Punjab, Arshdeep Singh bowled 4 overs, conceded 40 runs and got a wicket of Rashid Khan. Mujib Rahman, the most expensive spell in the history of IPL, along with Ishant Sharma. 4 overs, 66 runs conceded, no wickets taken. Shami bowled well, 4 overs, 36 runs, 2 wickets taken. But the pick of the bowlers, once again, it's the skipper, Ravichandran Ashwin, 4 overs, 30 runs and 2 wickets. Murugan Ashwin also supported his captain well, 4 overs, 32 runs and 1 wicket. So the target to get for the Kings 11 Punjab is 213, and it will be a big run chase. Well, this is goodbye from Wali Siddiqui and Karthik Sinha for a short while. We will be back within a while. The second innings will be starting within the next 10 or 15 minutes, and we'll be back within a while. Till then, you keep listening to Sports Flashes.
You are listening to Sports Flashes Live.
Dhoni finishes off in style. A magnificent strike into the crowd. India lift the World Cup. Pulls it back. Here's Ronaldo for the hat-trick. And Cristiano Ronaldo does it again.
Sports Flashes, world's biggest sports radio channel. You are tuned into Sports Flashes Radio.
And what a performance by the number 3 seed, Saina Nehwal, who tomorrow will contest a third All-England semi-final.
Sports Flashes, world's biggest sports radio channel.
Sports Flashes.
This is Sports Flashes Live.
The flying Finn from Helsinki is on his last lap, looking magnificently good for his 20th World Championship win.
Download Sports Flashes app or visit www.sportsflashes.com. Sports Flashes, world's biggest sports radio channel.
Sports Flashes.
You are listening to Sports Flashes Live. Download Sports Flashes app or visit www.sportsflashes.com. Sports Flashes, world's biggest sports radio channel. This is Sports Flashes Live. Sports Flashes, world's biggest sports radio channel. Sports Flashes, everything about sports. You are tuned into Sports Flashes Radio. Sports Flashes Radio. World's biggest sports radio channel. Sports Flashes, the official broadcast partner of BCCI. Sports Flashes, everything about sports. Catch all the cricketing action and complete drama at one click of your phone.
He does that. Smack again onside, being peppered. Consecutive boundaries.
Don't miss. Download the app now. Sports Flashes, world's biggest sports radio channel.
Sports Flashes.
One station. Full football fever.
Thinks about the shot, will go for it, and will plant an absolute cracker into the corner to put the icing on what is a very sweet tasting cake for Manchester City.
And you are just one click away.
Sergio Aguero. Oh, that's vicious! Unstoppable!
Download Sports Flashes app or visit www.sportsflashes.com. Sports Flashes, world's biggest sports radio channel.
Sports Flashes.
You are listening to Sports Flashes live. Sports Flashes, world's biggest sports radio channel. This is Sports Flashes live.
Sports Flashes.
It's time for Indian T20 Showdown. Stay tuned to Sports Flashes.
Sports Flashes.
You are listening to Sports Flashes live.
Dhoni finishes off in style. A magnificent strike into the crowd. India lift the World Cup. Pulls it back. Here's Ronaldo for the hat-trick. And Cristiano Ronaldo does it again.
Sports Flashes, world's biggest sports radio channel.
Flashes.
You are tuned into Sports Flashes Radio.
And what a performance by the number 3 seed, Saina Nehwal, who tomorrow will contest a third All-England semi-final.
Sports Flashes, world's biggest sports radio channel.
Sports Flashes.
This is Sports Flashes live.
The flying Finn from Helsinki is on his last lap. Looking magnificently good for his 20th World Championship win.
Download Sports Flashes app or visit www.sportsflashes.com. Sports Flashes, world's biggest sports radio channel.
Sports Flashes.
You are listening to Sports Flashes live. Download Sports Flashes app or visit www.sportsflashes.com. Sports Flashes, world's biggest sports radio channel. This is Sports Flashes live. Sports Flashes, world's biggest sports radio channel. Sports Flashes, everything about sports. You are tuned into Sports Flashes Radio. World's biggest sports radio channel. Sports Flashes, the official broadcast partner of BCCI. Sports Flashes, everything about sports. Catch all the cricketing action and complete drama at one click of your phone.
He does that. Smack again onside, being peppered. Consecutive boundaries.
Don't miss. Download the app now. Sports Flashes, world's biggest sports radio channel.
Sports Flashes.
One station filled with full football fever.
Thinks about the shot. Will go for it. And will plant an absolute cracker into the corner to put the icing on what is a very sweet tasting cake for Manchester City.
And you are just one click away.
Sergio Aguero. Oh, that's vicious! Unstoppable!
Download Sports Flashes app or visit www.sportsflashes.com. Sports Flashes, world's biggest sports radio channel.
Sports Flashes.
You are listening to Sports Flashes live. Sports Flashes, world's biggest sports radio channel. This is Sports Flashes Live.
Sports Flashes.
It's time for Indian T20 Showdown. Stay tuned to Sports Flashes.
Sports Flashes.
You are listening to Sports Flashes Live.
Dhoni finishes off in style. A magnificent strike into the crowd. India lift the World Cup. Pulls it back. Here's Ronaldo for the hat-trick. And Cristiano Ronaldo does it again.
Sports Flashes, world's biggest sports radio channel.
Flashes.
You are tuned into Sports Flashes Radio.
And what a performance by the number 3 seed, Saina Nehwal, who tomorrow will contest a third All-England semi-final.
Sports Flashes, world's biggest sports radio channel.
Sports Flashes.
This is Sports Flashes Live.
The flying Finn from Helsinki is on his last lap. Looking magnificently good for his 20th World Championship win.
Download Sports Flashes app or visit www.sportsflashes.com. Sports Flashes, world's biggest sports radio channel.
Sports Flashes.
You are listening to Sports Flashes Live. Download Sports Flashes app or visit www.sportsflashes.com. Sports Flashes, world's biggest sports radio channel. This is Sports Flashes Live. Sports Flashes, world's biggest sports radio channel. Sports Flashes, everything about sports. You are tuned into Sports Flashes Radio. World's biggest sports radio channel. Sports Flashes, the official broadcast partner of BCCI. Sports Flashes, everything about sports. Catch all the cricketing action and complete drama at one click of your phone.
He does that. Smack again onside, being peppered. Consecutive boundaries.
Don't miss. Download the app now. Sports Flashes, world's biggest sports radio channel.
Sports Flashes.
One station filled with full football fever.
Thinks about the shot. Will go for it and will plant an absolute cracker into the corner to put the icing on what is a very sweet tasting cake for Manchester City.
And you are just one click away.
Sergio Aguero. Oh, that's vicious! Unstoppable!
Download Sports Flashes app or visit www.sportsflashes.com. Sports Flashes, world's biggest sports radio channel.
Sports Flashes.
You are listening to Sports Flashes Live. Sports Flashes, world's biggest sports radio channel. This is Sports Flashes Live.
Sports Flashes.
It's time for Indian T20 Showdown. T20 Showdown. Stay tuned to Sports Flashes.
Sports Flashes.
Good evening and welcome back to the coverage of Kings 11 Punjab versus Sunrisers Hyderabad. And the target is 213 for Kings 11 Punjab. KL Rahul and Chris Gayle, the two openers out there in the middle. And it will be Khalil Ahmed who will start off proceedings. Tenzing Sugrab, don't worry, Wally is back here in the English Cricket Lounge. And we've got Sudhakar Kambat tuning in. How are you guys? As well as Ajay Pandey with her and Sainuddin HFC also with us. Anil Bhai Rivalry, Mohammad Tayyab Raza, all of you, Hamza, a very warm welcome as Khalil starts off with the wide. So one on the board straight away for Kings 11 Punjab, and now a good comeback, a ball that held its line in line with the middle stump and played away defensively. No runs on that occasion.
And it's going to be quite a task for the Kings 11 Punjab to win this game because let's be honest, we saw that Mumbai Indians, when they were facing Kolkata Knight Riders, the Kolkata bowling unit is not as formidable as Sunrisers bowling unit. So even though the score might be 213, it's as if they will be chasing 230 with the quality that they have in their bowling lineup. They have Rashid Khan, Mohammad Nabi, Bhuvaneshwar Kaman and Khalil Ahmed. So it is going to be quite a difficult task. Sandeep Sharma as well. It's KL Rahul who's currently facing Khalil Ahmed as he rushes in to bowl the second delivery of the over, and a jaff of a delivery. Big appeal, but I think it was pitching outside, and
it was too high as well there.
He's intimidating the umpire. How could he not give it? How could he not raise a finger over here?
It was a good delivery though, pitched I think in about middle or leg stump line, straightened up, wrapped on the pad, but it was way too high there for the umpire to give it out. Khalil Ahmed may just like Rohit Sharma yesterday get a bit of a breach of code of conduct and get a fine. Rohit got a 15% fine from yesterday, Rohit Sharma that is, and apart from that, well, it was clearly very, very high. Manish Pandey signalling that, Vijay Shankar as well saying high and an inside edge. So both of them with umpire Nandan on that occasion. As now Khalil again, a good line once again, getting the ball to seam back into the right-hander, and KL just plays that defensively towards the onside. No runs on the occasion. Yes, the West Indies will win the World Cup this year with Gayle, Andre Russell and
Nicholas Puran.
Nicholas Puran in such good form, says Andre Barry. Well, Andre, if that happens, like they say, it's coming home. It's all with it's where it all started back in 1975 under Clive Lloyd when the West Indies won the first World Cup, the inaugural one. Again in 79 they won, and then it was India followed by Australia, then Pakistan, Sri Lanka, then Australia, India, Australia. That's how it's gone. And now if you say, and if that does happen, Andre, with the World Cup, West Indies winning the World Cup, remember during the recently concluded 2018 Football World Cup, they said it's coming home with England doing a decent job, but in the end it was France that won the trophy. So it will be coming home if West Indies do actually win. And Anil Bhai wants Rahul to rotate strike, and Chris Gayle, it's a spot in the semi-finals. The playoffs is at stake here according to Anil, so get your act together. Single there finally from KL Rahul. He opens his account, he moves up to 1. Kings 11 Punjab 3 for no loss after 4 deliveries in the first over.
3 for no loss, and now the universe boss is on strike, Chris Gayle. He will have a big role to play in order to win this game for Kings 11 Punjab along with the KL Rahul, and I think Andre Berry will be ready with his champion dance if the West Indies do manage to lift the World Cup, because they look like a quality side at the moment on paper. It's all about clicking on that world stage, but we'll get back to this IPL game. It's Sunrise Hyderabad versus Kings 11 Punjab. The target to chase for Kings 11 Punjab is 213, and it's Chris Gayle who will be facing Khalil Ahmed, his first ball that he'll be facing over here. And we were talking about David Warner being an IPL legend. Well, I think he puts the L in legend, Chris Gayle.
Absolutely, is the capital L in legend, and he's legend, wait for it, Derry.
Well,
as he now tries to go big outside edge over backward point, starts off with the boundary rush. Chris Gayle, there was a stat coming in that he faces 60% of his deliveries, or the first 10 deliveries that he faces as dot balls. That's not happening here. Goes for the big heave from the word go, got the outside edge, toe end of the bat, but that flew over backward point, and the first boundary of the board for Gale and Kings 11 Punjab.
And if you talk about Chris Gale's IPL career, he has played 122 games in the IPL, has scored over 4,000 runs, 4,442 to be precise, has an average of 151, and he has 28 50s, 600s, and would you believe it? His highest score in the T20 format in IPL is 175, which is considered as a dominant total when it comes to T20 cricket.
Teams total.
A team's total.
And he's got 175 himself as Chris Gale. In T20 International, he's got a best of 117, a double 100 in ODI cricket, a triple 100 in Test cricket. And, well, Chris Gale, that is Chris Gale for you. Sudhakar Kambat, are you, sir, I am eating. Please come in and eat. Well, we'll have our dinner after.
What are you having, Sudhakar?
What are you having? That's also another question. And then we'll think about it. But at the moment, obviously, for us, it will be dinner after the coverage of tonight's game. So 7 of the first over with a couple of wides, a single and a boundary so far.
It's 7 for no loss after 1 over. The runs now needed for them to win Kings 11 Punjab is 206. Chris Gale already striking his first boundary on his very first delivery. 4 of 2. KL Rahul on the other end is on 1 of 4. And it's KL Rahul who's also in top-notch form. This IPL has scored 450s in fact in the 12th edition of the IPL. Has solidified his position in the World Cup team for Team India as well. So it's good days for KL Rahul. Upendra Upadhyay, Anil Bhai Rai Bareli saying that smash Khalil Ahmed all over the park. And Otis Mahavir is also here appreciating David Warner's innings. It's Bhuvaneshwar Kumar who comes in to bowl the second over. There is an outside edge by KL Rahul. It goes over the slip fielder, and that's another boundary. It's 11 for no loss, and it's Martin Guptill who's standing at first slip, substitute fielder in place of David Warner, I guess.
Well, it seems so. We'll have to wait for the confirmation that who is actually not on the field. But a boundary for KL Rahul finally, as he looks to drive one away, not in his typical manner. Got the outside edge, and Martin Guptill just couldn't get his hands there in time, although he was travelling very quickly. I'd be very harsh to say that's a drop chance, but in the end 4 nonetheless for KL Rahul and Kings 11 Punjab. So it's 11 for no loss as both batsmen have gotten their first boundaries, both edgy. 1 over backward point, 1 over the second slip. And what is the police doing? As Bhuvaneshwar Kumar was about to bowl, a police constable decides to just take a stroll, a walk in front of the side screen. When will people learn?
But had it been a normal civilian over there, I think KL Rahul would have got angry. But since it was a policeman over there, no emotions shown. So it's 11 for no loss. KL Rahul is on 5 of 5 deliveries. Gale is on 4 of 2. A good delivery this time bowled by Bhuvaneshwar Kumar. It went back in towards KL Rahul as he defended it on the back foot, and no runs taken over there. 11 for no loss after 1.2 overs. And Khalil Ahmed went for 7 runs in his first over. Bhuvaneshwar Kumar bowling 2 balls has gone for 4 already. Elon Kitwaru is listening to us from Antigua and has given a prediction over here. She feels that Chris Gale will make 100.
We'll be treated to a Gale storm then if that happens. And certainly if he goes on and scores 100, things will look fairly bright for Kings 11 Punjab as the next delivery now punched away, but a good diving stop there. And that will turn into a dot ball. He struggled a bit against paces, KL Rahul this season, although every now and then when he uses his feet, when he moves his feet well, then he looks like the class batsman that he is. And the moment you bowl him in that corridor of off stump and just outside that till about the second or the third stump, that's where he's the most slow at as far as getting the runs is concerned, and susceptible to being dismissed. Nicholas Puran should have come in at number 4 to bat, says Andre Barry. Well, he's still Nicholas Puran as far as his opportunity is concerned. He will come in and bat, so we'll have to wait and see if he does come in at number 4 or not. Right now it is the 2 openers in KL Rahul and Chris Gale out there opening the innings. 11 for no loss, a good tight over that from Bhuvaneshwar Kumar. 4 of that over of the 4 deliveries that he's bowled, and that too, the boundary came off the outside edge. Could have easily gone down the throat of Martin Guptill.
Absolutely, it's 11 for no loss, and there was an opportunity for Martin Guptill to take that catch, but it went high even for his standards. He is an outstanding fielder, is Guptill, but it was too high for him. KL Rahul is on 5 of 9 deliveries, and he needs to step up over here because 4 consecutive dot balls have been bowled ever since that boundary of the first delivery. So KL Rahul needs to release some pressure from Chris Gayle as well, because it can't be only him, and I'm sure they must have learned their lesson from Mumbai Indians yesterday. It was Hardik Pandey who was the lone hero from them, and had he got assistance from the other end, then Mumbai Indians would have very well won that game. So the key element over here is that all batsmen need to chip in, especially in the first six overs. It's 11 for 0 in 2 overs.
Absolutely, the start will be very, very important. 2 overs gone, it's 11 for no loss. Everybody looking for Gayle to shine bright, says Anthony Dale. Absolutely, Anthony, I'm waiting for a Gayle storm. It's been a while. In fact, it's been a few days, to be honest, not while, but just a couple of days. And I want Chris Gayle to go on and smash a few outside the park. People in Hyderabad will not be safe if Gayle starts smashing them all around the park, because obviously the Gayle storm may come in. The spectators may need helmet to try and protect themselves. But what a spectacle it will be if from one end Chris Gayle starts connecting the ball and KL Rahul gets back to his flowy best. Then certainly Punjab will be very, very happy. I'd love to see that dimple on Preeti Zinta's face if both of them get going. And
not here, I guess.
Well, somewhere she will be smiling. That's all good for me. As Khalil now tries to bowl, Gayle goes big, it's in the air, fielder tried to come underneath it, will it be taken? Manish Pandey, yes! Almost dropped it, but on the second attempt he's taken it. Big blow this for Kings 11 Punjab. Chris Gayle gone for 4. Would you believe it? No Gayle storm at Hyderabad. The sea of orange has erupted at the Rajiv Gandhi International Stadium. Gayle backing away, trying to hit Khalil out of the park, once again getting the edge, ballooning up in the air, and Manish Pandey completes the catch. In the second attempt went very high, but in the end, that's the end of Chris Gayle.
What a catch that was. It was actually a good catch because he took it quite safely, but just when he went down, his palms hit the ground, and because of that it bubbled from the palms, and thankfully for Sunrise Hyderabad, he took it on the second attempt. So Manish Pandey is a pretty safe fielder. It's 11 for 1. The big one, the universe boss, has departed, and the problems for Kings 11 Punjab have just gone worse over here, because it's KL Rahul who's struggling from the other end. He's on 5 of 10 deliveries. Khalil Ahmed has bowled quite well, 7 runs given and 1 over, 1 wicket taken, and Anthony Dale, Andre Barry and Elon might be quite disappointed since KL has departed quite early.
Well, absolutely. Vijay Rao saying Hyderabad, and Rajesham Chetpalli supporting Hyderabad today is just tuned in, and all of you, Tenzin Sugrab, Andre Barry, Anthony Dale, Elon, all of you must be really disappointed with how things have gone, and Gayle now back in the hut. So am I, to be honest. I was looking forward to Chris Gayle smashing a few out of the park, out of the stadium here, but unfortunately that hasn't happened today, and we'll have to wait and see now what can they do. Mayank Agarwal is a handy batsman, and if he can get a partnership going with KL Rahul, then they still may be way back for Kings 11 Punjab in this contest. David Miller, he's been very, very poor for Kings 11 Punjab this season. Hasn't hit and reached the heights that was expected of him, so will be not a bad time for him to get back in form. As now Khalil bowls to KL Rahul. Rahul goes big over deep mid wicket. Has he got enough on it? Well, yes he has. 6 for KL Rahul.
What a shot that was. Khalil Ahmed was bowling over the wickets over there, and KL Rahul just shuffled towards the middle and off stump and whipped it towards the mid-wicket region, and no power at all. It was all timing by KL Rahul, just personifying his elegance and class even more. A 6 for KL Rahul. He's hit a boundary as well. The score now moves on to 17 for the loss of 1 wicket, and they'll need many more of that to Kings 11 Punjab, because the required run rate is 11 at the moment.
Absolutely, and if KL Rahul will continue till the end of the innings, I won't be surprised, because we've seen him score 100 for India in T20 Internationals, power them to around 240, 245. This is just a 213-run target, as Mario D'Souza says. Sunrisers Hyderabad are on a roll, and I see them win emphatically today. Well, we'll have to wait. It's still not over, guys. Gayle Gaya 50% match gaya. Right, that's what Parvin Kumar says. If Gayle's gone, half of the match is already won by Sunrisers Hyderabad. Has now won, worked away to a third man by KL Rahul. He picks up a single, and with that single. The score now has moved up to 18 for the loss of 1 wicket. Chris Gayle, the man dismissed, and very, very disappointed are a lot of you fans tuning in with the departure of Chris Gayle, but delighted are Sunrisers Hyderabad supporters.
18 for 1 and 2.3 overs. Khalil is steaming in once again. A cover drive played by, in fact, it was a square drive this time played by Mayank Agarwal. The fielder at deep third man collects it. A single taken, 19 for the loss of 1 wicket, and Sunrisers Hyderabad will not mind the singles over here because it's a mammoth total, but Kings 11 Punjab have to chase. It's 194 more runs needed for them to win this game in 18.2 overs, and it's KL Rahul who's on 12 of 12, a 1 boundary, 1 6. Mayank Agarwal is on 1 of 1. And Tenzing Sugrab saying that, oh my god, Gayle disappointed today also. Well, it's been that sort of a night for Kings 11 Punjab. They were expensive in the field as well, and they have lost the big wicket of their gun player Chris Gayle. A single taken on the penultimate delivery of Khalil Ahmed, and it's now 19 for 1. It's 2.4 overs bowled by him. It's 19, 1.3 overs bowled by him. It's 14 runs given by him, and the score is 20 for the loss of 1 wicket. And Mayank Agarwal will now have the strike. And if you talk about Agarwal, he's been in solid form for the Kings 11 Punjab, but the thing is that he gets close to his 50, he scores 42, 43, 47, and then he just loses his wicket. And he has that range of spots, especially when he comes up against the spinners. He loves playing it down the ground, so it's important for Mayank Agarwal and Kings 11 Punjab's sake that he might be able to contribute much more with the bat this time around.
9 runs and a wicket so far in this over by Khalil Ahmed. He's the man who picked up the wicket of Chris Gayle. A big blow for Kings 11 Punjab. We got Sudhakar Kamath. Sudhakar, I've already taken a name a few times, but anyway, very warm welcome to you, as now it will be a partnership between Mayank Agarwal and KL Rahul that can take Kings 11 Punjab a little closer to that target of 213, as now Mayank works one away towards square leg, picks up a single there to end the over. 3 overs gone. It's 21 for 1. The current run rate is 7. Required run rate is 11.29. So a massive difference there between the rate that they're scoring the runs at and the rate that they need to score at for Kings 11 Punjab. And obviously, I think that 1 over where KL Rahul played out 4 to 5 dot deliveries, that in turn put a lot of pressure on Chris Gayle for him to go on for the big shot from the word go. Dismissed on the third delivery, and the first one he played was a 4. His second he played was a normal defensive shot, and third again going for the big hit and was dismissed. And the stat earlier said that 60% of his first 10 deliveries is what he plays defensively or as dots, does Chris Gayle. Today, because of the slow start of KL Rahul initially, he did not have time for that slow start, did Chris Gayle.
So that is exactly what I was talking about. Chris Gayle was put under the pressure, and an interesting stat that you gave us early on in the innings was that he requires 10 to 15 balls to get settled in, and the problem was that KL Rahul did not give him an opportunity for him to get settled in, because he was consuming the dot balls over there, which just enticed even more pressure on Chris Gayle and the Punjab camp. Meanwhile, it's Sandeep Sharma who is bowling his first over. First delivery outside edge, no slipper. So a single taken now by Mayank Agarwal as he gives KL Rahul the strike. The batsman to come for the Kings 11 Punjab. There are quite decent hitters in there. There is David Miller, Nicholas Pooran, Simran Singh. We haven't seen much of him, but in the under 19, I have seen quite a few knocks of him. He does have it in him to play the big shots, but it's his first game nevertheless, and there will be butterflies in his stomach. Then Ravichandran Ashwin, Murugan Ashwin, not much of a batting lineup over there. It's 22 for the loss of 1 wicket in 3.1 overs. KL Rahul is on 13, while Mayank Agarwal is on 3 of 3 deliveries. 3.1 overs have been bowled. Sandeep Sharma is the bowler that is steaming in to bowl to KL Rahul. He comes down the track and just gives the ball towards the mid-off region and takes a single. It's now 23 for 1 in 3.2 overs. And the way that David Warner played was quite sensational. He scored 81, and he has been an epitome of consistency throughout the IPL. And like I said, the best is yet to come as he goes, as he will participate in the World Cup this time around along with Steve Smith as well. The duo were banned for the sandpaper gate, the infamous sandpaper gate, which took place in Cape Town, but they've come out as strong individuals. Meanwhile, a wayward delivery by Sandeep Sharma flicks it, does Mayank Agarwal, a boundary under his belt. It's now 27 for the loss of 1 wicket in 3.3 overs, and Pravinder Kumar saying that it's up to KL Rahul and Mayank Agarwal to win the game for Kings 11 Punjab. Gerald Coutinho back with us, saying that swing the bat, but Punjab will lose the game. Jetha Ram is saying that what are you doing, Rahul? You need to play aggressively. Well, Jetha, I do agree with you. But Mayank Agarwal has just struck a boundary. He moves on to 7 of 4. Rahul is on 14 after facing 14 deliveries, so he needs to up the ante for Kings 11.
Absolutely, a run ball 14. It was not going to be good enough to take you to 213, that's for sure. Sandeep bowling his first over number 4 of this innings, as Mayank now pulls him away towards widest long on. Only a single there for Mayank Agarwal. He moves up to 8 now. As far as the table is concerned, Sunrisers Hyderabad seems they will move up, in fact remain at 4th, opening up a 2-point gap between themselves and Kolkata Knight Riders and Kings 11 Punjab. Whoever wins this game between the two sides will, leave it, the fate will be in their hand to go on and qualify for the playoffs, as Delhi and Chennai have already done that. Now KL Rahul gets down on one knee, slog sweep Sharma over fine leg for a 6.
And that's what KL Rahul can do when he decides to up the ante. He just shuffles across the off stump, plays some mind games with Sandeep Sharma and goes for the slog sweep over fine leg, a big 6. It was a knuckle ball, and I think KL Rahul was very aware of that. The knuckle ball was coming, and it is that kind of a delivery which Sandeep Sharma has excelled in, but being a little predictable over there. Will it be a 6? In fact, it'll be a boundary, just short of hitting the boundary line, the white ball. So it will be 4 runs for Kings 11 Punjab, and KL Rahul will move on to 20, or in fact he'll move on to 18, because 2 runs will be deducted from the scorecard. It will be 32 for the loss of 1 wicket after 3.5 overs. 2 boundaries coming in this over, and they'll need many more of these.
Well, I'm so sorry, you can't blame me. It was umpire S. Ravi who signalled it as a 6, and that's what I thought as well. But the third umpire having a look and confirming that it was a boundary. 11 of this over now, make it 12. As Sandeep now bowls one down the leg side. That will be a wide there. So score 33 for the loss of 1 wicket after 3.5 overs. 18 for KL Rahul. 8 for Mayank Agarwal. Gerald Coutinho says, Mr. Walli, Mr. Sinha, yes sir. Any questions that you have? As now this is a period where Kings 11 Punjab would want, first of all, a partnership to start brewing up, and then they would want the runs to come slightly quicker than the rate that they're coming at. As now another flick shot, but this time towards deep backward square leg, where Rashid Khan is the fielder. A single there for KL Rahul to end the over. He's on 19, 4 overs gone, and it's at 34 for the loss of 1 wicket.
34 for 1, 4 overs gone. The current run rate is on 8.5, but the required run rate is mounting. It's more than 11. It's 11.19. So the final 2 overs remain to be bowled in the power play. So it's important from both these batsmen's aspect that they capitalize in order to solidify their claim in this game. 2 overs remain before the power play comes to an end. Will they be able to smash a few runs over there or not? Because if you compare the first innings when David Warner and Ridhiman Saha were batting, they got 78 runs in the first 6 overs, and then it was followed by the onslaught between Warner and Manish Pandey. So they need to have a positive intent, the 2 batsmen over there, not think about the wickets, because if you need to win this game, you need to put the other team under pressure by playing a few shots, and once you put them under pressure, they'll make mistakes of their own. It's 34 for 1 in 4 overs. Rahul is on 19 of 16 deliveries, 2 boundaries, 1 6, while Mayank Agarwal is on 8 of 5.
11.19 is the required run rate from here on for Kings 11 Punjab to win this game, and it's not going to be easy considering the bowling lineup that they have, as now Bhuvneshwar Kumar bowls one over the wicket, and KL Rahul backs away, plays it inside out, chased by David Warner. Will get there before the ball gets to the fence, and by the time the throw comes in, a couple of runs here for KL Rahul and Kings 11 Punjab. Smiles all around for David Warner, had a great knock, and now he's doing a decent job in the field. 11 runs per over, can win, but wickets in hand can pressure the opposite side, but for that they have to make sure that they will have to go on and get a partnership going with Kings 11 Punjab if they have to put on any pressure on Sunrisers Hyderabad. 21 for KL Rahul as Bhuvi bowls the next delivery. This time KL Rahul goes big. It's high all right, but has he got enough bat on it to clear the fence. There's a fielder getting underneath it. Oh, it's dropped it. He's dropped it as Rashid Khan. It was a difficult chance, but should have been taken. Wally, what have they done?
Well, it was it was a skyer. I think it went way above the stadium lights, that shot, and if there was any fielder who could have taken that, you could have banked you would have banked your money on Kane Williamson, Martin Guptill and Rashid Khan as well. This time it was Rashid Khan who was running behind. It's always difficult under lights running behind. Had he run sideways, probably he would have taken it, but Bhuvaneshwar Kumar understands that it was a difficult take, so I don't think that it will go down as a drop of a missed opportunity. But it's 38 for 1 and a beautiful cover drive on the very next delivery, straight towards David Warner, who's standing at covers, so no runs taken over here. And Hyderabad are bowling quite well at the moment. It's 38 for the loss of 1 wicket in 4.2 overs.
Oh, would have been a spectacular catch, that's for sure. Had he taken it, he had from the right Mohammad Nabi also coming in, but in the end neither Nabi nor Rashid Khan could get there, and the ball drops in no man's land. But it was a difficult chance nonetheless. 38 for 1 as now Bhuvaneshwar bowls the fourth delivery of the over, pushed away towards mid-wicket, a dot ball there. And look at the fielders from Sunrisers Hyderabad, everybody on their toes, fighting for every single runner. That's great to see. And Kishore Thakur says chance. Gerard, well, I won't say dropped, but certainly it was an opportunity or to get the wicket of KL Rahul. It was in the air and did not go beyond the boundary rope, so make what you want to make of it. 14 runs in the fifth over is the prediction from Pravind Kumar, and we'll have to wait and see if that happens. So far we only had 4 in the fifth over, as now KL drives one away, wonderfully well fielded there by Kane Williamson, only a single there. So 5 of this over, it's 39 for 1.
4.45 overs have been bowled, and another decent over by the Sunrisers Hyderabad and Bhuvaneshwar Kumar as well. He's bowled 1.5 overs, just conceded 9 runs. They need many more runs of that from the bat to Kings 11 Punjab in order to stay alive in the game, because the asking rate is now jumping even higher. It's 11.47, creeping towards 12. Current run rate is of 8.07. Score is 39 for 1. 174 more runs required in 91 deliveries. Is Mayank Agarwal, who is the man on strike as he faces the final delivery of Bhuvaneshwar Kumar. Late cuts it, and it will be another single. So it's 40 for 1. A good over by Bhuvaneshwar Kumar, and it's the end of 5 overs.
Going at 8 runs an over at the moment, and very quickly, last 5 matches that Kings 11 Punjab have played, apart from this one, they've won only once in the last 5, lost 4. So that's the reason why that they are struggling at the moment to qualify for the playoffs, and a loss today will certainly make their task even more difficult. And Sunrisers Hyderabad will then be in the driver's seat to qualify for the playoffs of the Indian Premier League 2019. As I had said earlier, Chennai and Delhi, the 2 teams have already qualified, and then Mumbai Indians almost there, just a win away from sealing their fate into the top 4. And then the battle between the others continue, with Hyderabad, Kolkata, Punjab and Rajasthan Royals now all in the fray. They all can make it, but if a win here for Sunrisers Hyderabad today, that'll put them in the driver's seat. They'll put their fates in their own hands if they have to qualify or not. If they then lose, then they can do what they have to, is win their matches, and that will be good enough for them. Their qualification will not depend on other results.
40 for 1 in 5 overs. It's 173 runs now required in 90 deliveries. And if you talk about KL Rahul over here, he averages 45.75 in the IPL against Sunrise Hyderabad. He scored 183 runs in 5 innings against SRH with the help of 250s, including an unbeaten 71 in Mohali this season. So he will be backing himself to do the goods once again against SRH. He's on 24 already of 21 deliveries, and this will be an interesting contest to watch. Rashid Khan versus KL Rahul. He has got him dismissed on 2 separate occasions, and they have faced each other on 3 times. So it's 41 for 1, and it's the Afghani wrist spinner, the Wonder Boy, call him whatever you want. He's back to bowl another over in the Vivo IPL. 41 for 1 in the IPL. It's a single taken by KL Rahul as he works it towards the mid-wicket region. So not much of a positive intent shown by KL Rahul as of now. But Mayank Agarwal, I think if he's not doing it, Rahul from the other end, then I think Agarwal should take the responsibility of striking a few boundaries.
I think it will be Mayank Agarwal who will take the responsibility. It will be Mayank Agarwal who will have the onus and take the weight upon his own shoulders to go on and get those boundaries. As now he cuts one away, but straight to backward point. That was the googly. Read it well, and it was just a dot ball. So when I ask you a question, I want to know. I wish to update my stats, says Otis Marbir. Alright Otis, no problem. I'll try and give you as correct facts as I can, my promise. I'm not going to be messing around with your stats, that's for sure. As now shot delivery, Agarwal pulls and one bounce and towards Vijay Shankar, who was at deep backward square leg. Could have been a chance, but in the end it was just short of him. It's not been a great road in the last 5 matches for Sunrisers Hyderabad itself. Like we said, Kings 11 Punjab has just won once in their last 5. Hyderabad have only won twice in their last 5.
And if we talk about the comment section, Tenzin is also sharing the same sentiments as mine. But meanwhile, it's a good delivery, it's a googly, but I think the impact was outside the off stump and it's not out given. I'm sure Rashid Khan would be inclined to go for the review, but Ridhiman Saha is saying that the impact is outside as well. Will Kane Williamson listen to the wicketkeeper who's saying no, or will he listen to Rashid Khan who's saying please do take the review? So no reviews taken over here. It's 43 for 1. And
well, trust me, if Rashid had his way, he'd take 2 reviews every delivery. It was outside the off stump, and as you said, well, he's spot on there. The impact was outside the line of off stump, and that's the reason why it wasn't given out leg before. Struck on the knee roll, but way outside the line of off stump. Mohammad Mamoon also with us. Do RCB have one more chance? Well, I doubt, Gerald. I don't think they can now make it to the...
They just have 2 games
games left, so yeah, even if they win both of them, they still have 12 points. So yep, no way that RCB can make it to the last 4. And we got Kishore Thakur tuning in, supporting Kings 11 Punjab today. Single of the final delivery takes the score to 44 for 1 at the end of over number 6. So that means that the power play is over. Not the kind of start that Kings 11 Punjab needed. They wanted a big start, a massive start from Gale and KL Rahul. Although Gale disappointed, dismissed for 4, and Rahul fairly slow. 25 of 23. He bats quicker than that in a one-day game.
And that has been the case with KL Rahul this time around, because he needs time to get settled in on the crease when it comes to the IPL this time around. And in the previous edition, we saw KL Rahul start his big hitting from the word go, but this time he's just changed his game a notch. I think it was because of the World Cup spot in mind. I think he wanted to impress his selectors. He did that, but right now he's not impressing any of the team owners or any of the fans of the Kings 11 Punjab. It's 44 for 1. The required run rate now above 12. And if we talk about KL Rahul, is on 26 of 24. Mayank Agarwal is on 11 of 9. And Tenzing, yes, I do agree with that. He wants Sunrisers Hyderabad to play more attacking cricket over here, because the run rate is increasing. Well, it's above 12 at the moment.
And he says, better start attacking before it's too late. I think it's already too late, Tenzin, I'm sorry. But now it's a no ball bowled there by Abhishek. So it will be a free hit for Kings 11 Punjab. They'll be hoping they can get a few more of those, about 10, 15, 20. Don't mind that. But that is sacrilege from a spinner. I was about good 4 inches outside the popping crease. Abhishek,
I think Mayank Agarwal could have got him out mencating over here.
Yes,
he was
the non-strikers and batsmen would have mancated it. As now the free hit delivery goes big, does Mayank. It's in the air, taken at long off, and obviously will not be out. And only a single there for Mayank Agarwal. He moves up to 12, 47 for 1. And Gerard, thank you, brother. Absolutely love that.
Kishore Thakur is stating that Kings 11 Punjab will win today's game. Well, it's looking highly unlikely with the way that they're batting as of now. It's 47 for 1. 6.1 overs have been bowled. KL Rahul is the man on strike. He's used up 25 deliveries, but he's only scored 27 runs in the process. He needs to step up for the Kings 11 Punjab right now. And Mayank Agarwal on the other end is on 12 of 10 and another single. And it will be of no harm for the Kings, for the Sunrisers Hyderabad, if they keep on taking the 1s and 2s. The Kings 11 Punjab. Hyderabad are very much in the game. 165 runs more needed of 82 deliveries. Mayank Agarwal is on 12 of 10, while Lokesh Rahul is on 28 of 26 deliveries. Abhishek Sharma has bowled 2 deliveries so far. He's gone for 4 runs. And another attempt of a boundary by Mayank Agarwal, but a good field placement there by Kane Williamson. There is a fielder at long on, so just a single taken this time around. It's now 49 for 1. Things definitely working according to Sunrise Hyderabad's plan. Ravi Chandran Ashwin seems quite worried, sitting in the dugout. And Gerald Coutinho, yes, we've got your comments. Thank you so much for that, Gerald. Kishore Thakur saying that Kings 11 Punjab will win the game. Mohammad Mahmoon is here as well. Gerald Coutinho also asked that RCB, do they have a chance? Well, it's over for RCB, and I think they'll just play for the pride in the remaining 2 games. 50 for 1 in 6.4 overs. The 50 finally comes up, but it's a little too late, I feel, for Kings 11 Punjab. KL Rahul is on 29 of 27. Mayank Agarwal is on 13 of 11. And another inside-out shot played this time, and there was an attempt of a good fielding over there by Rashid Khan, but he overran the ball, and it just went past his left shoulder for a boundary, and I'm sure he was distracted by the lights as well. So it's 54 for 1. Finally, a boundary coming off for the Kings 11 Punjab here, and they will need more than just that. It's a single taken on the last delivery. 55 for 1 in 7 overs, and Sunrise Hyderabad will not have a problem with the way these 2 batsmen are carrying on their innings. The required run rate now creeps up even higher. It's 12.15. The current run rate, while as of now, is 7.86. Agarwal on 18 of 13 deliveries, while Rahul is on 29 of 27 deliveries. Jetharam back with us, saying that it's not a game of singles, it's time to smash a few boundaries. Well, Jetharam, they need more than a few boundaries, because it's 55 for 1 in 7 overs, and they need 158 more runs to win this game in just 78 deliveries.
It's going to be very, very difficult, that's for sure. 78 deliveries and 158. It's not a game of singles. It's time now for Tabartor. Blast of boundaries, says Jetharam. Absolutely, sir. I believe if they have to go on and get those runs, then they certainly will have to go on and get those boundaries in. It's not going to be very easy, that is for sure. But now the still quite possible for Kings and Punjab. Mathematically, I'll have to say it's quite doable. 12.15. But if I have to think about it logically and practically, they'll have to start right about now to get those big overs coming in, and not just 1, 2 to 3, 3 to 4 big overs. Remember that over where Muzibur gave about close to 30 runs, and they need those big overs coming in. And now it is Sandeep bowling over number 8, his second. Starts off with a wide and another run added to the total. It's 56 for 1. Gerard Coutinho says, I'm 59 years old and I cherish your energy as young boys. Thank you, Gerard. I thought you were about 21, 22.
Exactly, with the kind of name that he has, a really cool name, Gerard Coutinho. I thought he might be around 22 as well. But do tell us where you're from, Gerard. Is he from India, Kartike, or?
I think he is.
All right.
Not very sure.
All right.
I haven't seen his Aadhaar card, so I don't know.
So do tell us if you have an Aadhaar card or a green card or whatever it is. It's 57 for 1 of 7.1 overs, and another single taken over here. I think they're playing for individual scores at the moment. KL Rahul and Mayank Agarwal. Rahul is on 29 of 27. Agarwal is on 19 of 14 deliveries. 156 runs needed of 77 balls. The required run rate is 12.16, and it's been a decent spell of 7 overs for the Sunrise Hyderabad. And well, he's from Kuwait.
Now I remember you telling this to us in the past. I'm sorry, elephant memory goes down the drain. See, Tenzin, that's what happens when you just poke fun at the memories too much. And the last 15 matches always here. Wish to know Warner's 4 and 6s this innings. If you have it, with you update my stats, and you have written it down. Thanks. All right, Otis, you want the 4s and 6s for David Warner in today's match, then certainly I can tell you that, no problem at all. As far as his boundaries were concerned for David Warner today, he got 7 4s and 2 6s today. So that's a total of 9 boundaries, 7 4s and 2 6s today. And in this season's IPL, I've already told you what he's got so far as far as his 4s and 6s are concerned. And now we got a car there which has already taken a hit from one of the players' pull shot, but the window did not crack. I was very, very amused with that. A pull shot hitting the windscreen straight away and not a single crack on it. Wow, that was a great advert for the car itself. Now Sandeep bowls a poor delivery, whipped away by KL Rahul towards the backward square leg. One bounce into the fence for 4. That will be a slower knuckle ball put away. And it was not a flick, it was probably a sweepish flick.
Well, KL Rahul would want more Sandeep Sharmas to bowl to him because he's done that for the second time and quite disappointed there. Kane Williamson with the line bowled by Sandeep Sharma. The partnership is now worth of 50 runs, but at what cost? 35 deliveries being consumed by both the batsmen at the moment, and a beautiful outswinger this time by Sandeep Sharma, bowling a seam-up delivery this time, not relying on the knuckle ball. It's 61 for 1 after 7.4 overs. With that boundary, KL Rahul now moves to 33 of 30 deliveries, 3 boundaries and 1 6 under his belt. Mayank Agarwal is on 19 of 14, 2 fours for him as well. It's 61 for 1. Current run rate of 7.96, required run rate rising higher and higher. It's 12.36, and they need many more of that, Kings 11 Punjab. But what does Rahul do in the next delivery? The same thing which he's been doing in the past hour or so, because that's another single, and he gives it and he gives the strike to Mayank Agarwal as he's on 19 of 14 deliveries, and this win will be an important one for the Sunrisers Hyderabad, keeping in context that David Warner will be going back to Australia. Once Sunrisers Hyderabad do get that 12 points, they will have a 2-point cushion. They also have a positive net run rate, so they will be a little bit relaxed if they manage to win this game. It's 62 for 1. Fine delivery being bowled by Sandeep Sharma. Slightly over-pitched, flicks it, does Mayank Agarwal, and will retain the strike. It's 63 for 1 in 8 overs.
So 8 overs, 63 for 1, and they need now, after this strategic timeout, a few big ones to come. Well, it's 8 overs gone, 63 for 1. Wally, it's time for us to take a break as well, because the strategic timeout has been taken at the Rajiv Gandhi International Stadium. And Jitaram, I'll be quickly back after this break, and I'll take your question then, as Anthony Dale says Gale fails again. Gosh, yes he did, unfortunately. But do stay tuned to Cricket Lounge and Sports Flashes, as we will be back after a minute or so. It's 8 gone, 63 for 1. Punjab needing 150 more to win from the final 12 overs.
You are listening to Sports Flashes Live.
Dhoni finishes off in style. A magnificent strike into the crowd. India lift the World Cup. Pulls it back. Here's Ronaldo for the hat-trick. And Cristiano Ronaldo does it again.
Sports Flashes, world's biggest sports radio channel. You are tuned into Sports Flashes Radio.
And what a performance by the number 3 seed, Saina Nehwal, who tomorrow will contest a third All-England semi-final.
Sports Flashes, world's biggest sports radio channel.
Sports Flashes.
This is Sports Flashes Live.
The flying Finn from Helsinki is on his last lap, looking magnificently good for his 20th World Championship win.
Download Sports Flashes app or visit www.sportsflashes.com. Sports Flashes, world's biggest sports radio channel.
Sports Flashes.
You are listening to Sports Flashes Live. Download Sports Flashes app or visit www.sportsflashes.com. Sports Flashes, world's biggest sports radio channel. This is Sports Flashes Live. Sports Flashes, world's biggest sports radio channel. Sports Flashes, everything about sports. You are tuned into Sports Flashes Radio. World's biggest sports radio channel. Sports Flashes, the official broadcast partner of BCCI. Sports Flashes, everything about sports. Catch all the cricketing action and complete drama at one click of your phone.
He does that. Smack again onside, being peppered. Consecutive boundaries.
Don't miss. Download the app now. Sports Flashes, world's biggest sports radio channel.
Sports Flashes.
One station filled with full football fever.
Thinks about the shot, will go for it, and will plant an absolute cracker into the corner to put the icing on what is a very sweet-tasting cake for Manchester City.
And you are just one click away.
Sergio Aguero. Oh, that's vicious! Unstoppable!
Download Sports Flashes app or visit www.sportsflashes.com. Sports Flashes, world's biggest sports radio channel.
Sports Flashes.
Hello everyone and welcome back to Sports Flashes Cricket Lounge with Wali Siddiqui and Karthikeya Sinha. And as the first strategic timeout of the second innings comes to an end, it's Mayank Agarwal with some positive intent as he smashes Rashid Khan for a big 6-over long off on the third delivery of his over. What a shot that was, one of his favourite shots, Mayank Agarwal. This time he goes for a slog sweep and then hands the catch towards the fielder standing at a deep mid wicket. It was Vijay Shankar who takes one of the easiest catches of the night. It's 71 for 2, and the problems now arise for the Kings 11 Punjab. Just when Mayank Agarwal was looking to up the ante, he departs. Rashid Khan, well, you can't dominate him for too long. He's a champion bowler. He's a brilliant athlete. He is the wonder boy of the IPL. Chips in with another wicket for the Sunrise Hyderabad. The score now is 71 for 2. Mayank Agarwal once again departs after getting a start. He's gone for 27 of 18 deliveries. KL Rahul on the other end is on 35 of 32 deliveries and needs to perform quite well with the bat and needs to up the ante in order for Kings 11 Punjab to win the game. Otherwise it will be too late. And if we talk about Khalid Memon, he's back in the comment box saying it's still a long way to go. Well, it's an even longer way to go for Kings 11 Punjab now that Mayank Agarwal has departed. Khalid and respect girl aka Vansh saying that I am back, Karthikeya sir. Well, welcome back Vansh. Khalid Memon is here saying that Rashid Khan is a really smart bowler. Well, he is. There's a reason why he's considered as one of the hot properties of modern day cricket. And if we talk about Rashid Khan's IPL career as well, he's played in 42 matches for the Sunrise Hyderabad and he has taken 49 wickets with a best of 3 for 19. And if you look at his average of just 22, strike rate of 20.33, I think that just confirms it that he is quite a commendable bowler. It's 71 for 2 coming back to the game. Rashid Khan taking his first wicket of the night. The first wicket was taken by Khalil Ahmed of Chris Gayle. So 2 wickets are now fallen. And some of the prayers have been answered. The people of Jamaica who are listening to us, Andy Gale, it's Nicholas Pooran who now comes at number 4. You were absolutely right. So Kings 11 Punjab have backed your decision as well. They have ensured faith on Nicholas Pooran. And let me tell you, he can hit a few as well. It's Rashid Khan bowling another good delivery. No runs taken on this ball. It's 71 for 2 after 9 overs. A decent over, 8 runs coming and a wicket. And Nicholas Pooran played one heck of a knock in the previous game against the Royal Challengers Bangalore. He scored 46, smashed the bowlers all over the back and almost got Kings 11 Punjab over the line. And it's 71 for 2 after 9 overs. Nicholas Pooran has faced 2 dot deliveries. Lokesh Rahul, KL Rahul will now be the man on strike. He's on 35 after facing 32 balls. And Tenzing Sugrab also back with us saying that Hyderabad will win. Punjab do not have players like Andre Russell or Hardik Pandya who can make 50 runs in 3 overs. Tenzing, I very much do agree with that. Kings 11 Punjab have not much of a middle order remaining, and it all depends on Nicholas Pooran and KL Rahul, especially on KL Rahul more, that he's settled right now. Andre Barry saying yes, the right man has come to face the music. It's Nicholas Pooran. It was him who suggested that Pooran should come at number 4, and it is Nicholas Pooran comes at number 4. Polash Chandra saying something in another language, I guess I'm not able to understand over here. And Khalid Memon saying that Kane Miller is not in good form. Well, that has been the problem for Kings 11 Punjab. There have been teams whose middle order has clicked. If we talk about KKR, it's been Andrew Russell. If we talk about Mumbai Indians, it's been Hardik Pandya. If we talk about Delhi, it's been Rishabh Pant or Rutherford quite recently. But for Kings 11 Punjab, David Miller hasn't been able to perform, and that is the reason why they are at mid-table at the moment.
That's been the problem. Nabi bowling his first over, goes for the reverse sweep now. Does KL Rahul connects it well. The ball finds the gap between short third man, and it's Khalid who will chase it down. Khalil Ahmed who will chase it down. And by the time the throw comes in, they'll return for the second as well. It's 37 that KL Rahul has moved up to, with the score being 73 for 2. And Vanch, you say you're back here while you've been messaging me on Instagram about cricket commentary. Well, how many modes of communication do you need, boy? How many? Instagram, YouTube, live chat.
And he also came in with a different name, Sports Flashes fan.
Yeah, I love that though. Absolutely love it. Single length for KL. He moves up to 38, 74 for 1. Khalid Memon says only hope is Rahul. Kane Miller not in good form, absolutely. And apart from that, SRH will win. Punjab don't have players like Russell or Pandya who can make 50 runs in 3 overs, says Tenzing Sungrab. Absolutely, that is true.
It's 74 for 2, and when Rashid Khan moves away, who comes in to bowl? It's Mohammad Nabi, another brilliant bowler from Afghanistan, and he's bowled quite impressively as well in this season of the IPL. Has taken 7 wickets in 4 games so far, and if you remember the game against the Royal Challengers Bangalore, he picked up 4 wickets that day and won Sunrisers Hyderabad with the game. Yes, it was that spell of 4-4-11 in 4 overs, which announced the world that Mohammad Nabi is also another Afghani that you need to keep your eyes on. Not only Rashid Khan, and he's bowled quite well. It's only that Mohammad Nabi was playing in place of Kane Williamson, and now that Johnny Bairstow is back, has gone back to England, it's Mohammad Nabi who now steps up to the occasion. But Pooran welcomes him in grand style, and Andrew Barry, I think this might be the start of some fireworks by Pooran. A big 6 over long score moves on to 80 for the loss of 2 wickets.
Absolutely wonderful stuff this from Nicholas Pooran, making sure that it's just not the IPL but it's the WIPL, the West Indian Premier League. That show from the Caribbean players continue, clears the front leg and smashes one over the long on fielder. I think Nicholas Pooran's wife is also here at the venue, and she's absolutely loving it as far as the start is concerned. Now he square drives one away towards deep backward point, does Nicholas Pooran, picks up one. Wanted a second, but one is all that they will get. Win the toss and bat first pitch today. No due there, as says Khalid Menon. We've got after 50 runs, Rahul can be dangerous. Before the break, I asked you that question. Well, I'm really sorry, Jetaramji. I'll very, very quickly get to your question again. So, can you tell me in this year, any IPL player make or break new world record
in today's game? Mujibur Rahman is now the joint most expensive.
Yes, as far as today's game is concerned, Mujibur Rahman becomes the joint most expensive bowler as far as the IPL is concerned. 66 runs in his 4 overs. Earlier was Ishant Sharma, who was alone at the top, but now Mujib joins him, and Priya Mishra says no due. And supporting Sunrisers Hyderabad there. I don't think there is due because I haven't seen any of the players with any hand towel trying to dry the ball. So we'll have to wait and see. No due, no Punjab today.
81 for 2 in 10 overs, and there's another world record which I would like to talk to. It's Ashton Turner, another one which a player would not like to hear about.
Is it about 5 ducks?
5 ducks. He's the only player in international cricket to get out on 5 ducks on a consistent basis, Ashton Turner. And he scored a couple of runs in the previous game, and when he scored the first run last night, last night, the people at the dugout
stood up and applauded.
They were applauding him, and even he took it as to the chin, and he was smiling as well. So that was the good news. But a brilliant shot this time by Pooran. Will he be caught? In fact, Bhuvaneshwar Kumar does catch it, but goes over the line and does a Captain Russell over here.
Well, he does. So in the end, will it be caught, says Walli? Yes, it was caught, but caught and carried over the line by Bhuvneshwar Kumar. So that will be 6 for Puran. Second 6 for him. It's 87 for 2 after 10.1 overs, and he's moved up to 13 as Nicholas Puran. Shortest delivery from Khalid. Mohammad Moin Ansari tuning in says nice and high. Hello Ansari bhai, how are you? And Priya Mishra says SRH will win today. And even before Bhuvi could complete the catch, Martin Guptill, the 12th man, standing outside the boundary rope, signal is 6. Well, they can all afford a smile now because of the board total they have on the board. But in the end, had this been a tighter game, this was fine margins. As now he drives one over mid-off, does Nicholas Puran. Couple of bounces and into the fence for 4. Well, that's another good shot there. And with that, it's 91 for the loss of 2 wickets. Beautiful sights at the stadium as far as your Punjab supporter.
Well, so what if Preeti Zinda's not there?
Absolutely, there are other beautiful sights at the venue like that drive from Nicholas Puran. Wally, what were you thinking?
Well, I wasn't thinking anything. I was just thinking about that beautiful drive that was struck by Nicholas Puran over there over long off. 91 for 2 now, 10.2 overs have been bowled. And though Chris Gale might have not clicked, it might be Nicholas Puran's day. He's already on 17 of 7 deliveries. And if you remember the last game against RCB, he scored a quick 46 of 28. So he can definitely turn up the music for Kings 11 Punjab. And Nadeem Qadri has now joined us from Mauritius, Africa. Well, I think he's a little late today. He's an avid listener of ours as well. But welcome, Nadeem Qadri. Jetha Ram is saying that Nicholas Puran is a copy of Andre Russell. Well, I don't think anyone is a copy of Andre Russell.
Andre Russell is a beast.
I think you could compare Hardik Pandya to him in order when it comes to hitting.
Hardik Pandya's waist is equal to Andre Russell's one bicep.
I get that in terms of hitting. I'm talking about
maybe that. In fact, he played a terrific knock last night, did Hardik Pandya. But as we speak about Pandya, it's Nicholas Puran who's worked another boundary away, this time through between backward square leg and mid-wicket. Length delivery, and that's been whipped away for a 4 there by Nicholas Puran. We've got Tenzin Lekden tuning in from Toronto, and well, he is a beast. Gerard Coutinho is Andre Russell, and I think I'm being very, very nice here.
It's 95 for 2. Yes, behind the mic we do talk about Andre Russell a lot. The way that he bats, the way that he looks, and he's a completely intimidating personality. I think no bowler would love to bowl to him, but a bouncer this time around, it could be a catch taken. Oh, just short of Bhuvneshwar.
Oh no, he's claiming it. He's claiming it as Bhuvi.
And he's claiming the catch, but I think the umpires will give it a look, and if he has taken it, it has to be one of the catches of the tournament, because when the ball is dying onto you and when you're standing at deep fine leg with the lights coming under in your eyes, it's one heck of a take. So I think the umpires will give it a look if they have given the soft signal as out, and he might have just compensated for that 6 which he gave early on, and that would be too harsh. In fact,
absolutely, I think he couldn't have done much about that, Bhuvi. Had he had someone around, he could have probably palmed it back into the field of play, but not on that occasion. Running forward and putting in a dive. Milkanari says Gerard Coutinho, yes, and it is a catch. The soft single says it is taken by the umpires, have confirmed that, and now been referred to the third umpire, Bhuvneshwar Kumar. In fact, Nicholas Puran is walking, so he probably knows that the catch has been taken, and it's a David Miller now. And now the third umpire confirms that on the giant screen. That's the end of Nicholas Puran's little cameo, and Bhuvneshwar Kumar completes a stunning catch. Another wicket down for Kings 11 Punjab.
He played a good innings of 21 of 10, but he should have stayed there for a longer while. KL Rahul on the other end has faced 35 deliveries and he's on 38. I do not get the idea when will he try to execute the runs over here, because time is running out for Kings 11 Punjab, and I'm sure he'll be the fulcrum of all the criticism as the game comes to an end. And if you remember the game against Chennai Super Kings, it was KL Rahul and Sarfaraz Khan who had accumulated and compiled a 100-run stand. They were chasing 160, and in spite of scoring 50s each, they still couldn't win the game and they lost by 20 runs. So they need to up the ante over here, Kings 11 Punjab, especially KL Rahul. He's in good form. He has settled down on the crease. It's David Miller, the man who's not been in such good form on the other end. He's on 0. He'll be facing his first ball. And Vansh is asking us that who will win this game. Well, it's one-way traffic as of now, Vansh. I think that is Hyderabad's game to lose now. So they are the candidates to win the game. Maghfoor Khan is here with us from Hyderabad, I guess. He's supporting Hyderabad. And Anil Bhai still believes that it will be Punjab to take the game away. Shiv Nepal back with us, saying hello, brother. Well, hello, Shiv. Hope you're doing good. Khalid Menon saying that the run rate is climbing and it is reaching out of sight for Kings 11 Punjab. It's now 13 runs per over for them.
Seru Khan from Baloch is also tuning in. A very warm welcome to all of you, as now it has been probably one of nightmare days for Kings 11 Punjab. First, their bowlers were hammered all around the park. Now the batting isn't working very well for them as well. But right now, Punjab win by 100%, says Anil Bhai. Anil Bhai, are you going to make any winnings out of that prediction as well? I'm waiting to know. But just the way your predictions have come true, most of them today, I won't be surprised. And tomorrow's match will be interesting. As can you tell me how much big fan of RCB I am? Seeing my Instagram photos as respect girl Vansh. Yes, you have. You don't have your photo there, but you have RCB logo there. So maybe better luck next season, Vansh.
Yeah, well, RCB will have to regroup, have to select some players from scratch because they do not have a good squad. They just have Virat Kohli, AB de Villiers, Moeen Ali, and you can't win games with 3 or 4 individuals. You need a collective unit in order to win games, and that is exactly what RCB need to do for the next season. Meanwhile, coming back to the game, it's 98 for 3. A brilliant catch taken by Bhuvaneshwar Kumar at the deep. A good bouncer that was directed towards his head, bowled by Khalil Ahmed. And that's his second wicket of the night. He's bowled quite well in this IPL. 32 runs given in 3 overs, 2 wickets taken with an economy of 10.67. And now it's Mohammad Nabi who is bowling his second over. He went for 12 runs in that 1 over. But the good news for him is that Nicholas Pooran has walked back to the dugout. So it won't be him who will target Nabi. It will be David Miller though. And with the kind of form that he is in, it looks quite bleak at the moment. It's 98 for 3. The runs now needed for Punjab are 115 of just 51 deliveries, and the time is definitely running out for Punjab.
Well, they certainly need all the batsmen to go on and score. Hyderabad is the 4th team in the playoff, as confirmed by Khalid Mehman. Faisal Raza, not a supporter of RCB, very clearly. If Sunrisers Hyderabad win today, KKR will remain on 5th place, says Tenzing Sugrab. Well, as far as Kings 11 Punjab are concerned, and Kolkata Knight Riders, Rajasthan Royals, they'll all have 10 points, but they'll be below Sunrisers Hyderabad, who will open up a 2-point gap. And why Champions League is not going on from the last 4 odd years, is asking Vansh. Well, 4 to 5 years is what your question. I think Champions League, the Champions League T20 tournament was scrapped off by the ICC. As,
it didn't get much of an audience.
Get not much of audience. Wasn't very financially beneficial for them. That's why they've, I think, decided to now have the World T20 every 2 years, right, if I'm correct. As now the 100 comes up on the board with a single, 100 for 3, and now Miller drives one away towards long off, and he moves up to 6. 101 for the loss of 3 wickets are Kings 11 Punjab. Good night, see you tomorrow, says Anil Bhai, for the game. Well, Anil Bhai, good night, sleep tight, sweet dreams. And we certainly will be waiting for you to tune in tomorrow. KKR not qualifying, says Shiv Nepal with a laugh on his face. Well, not very cool. Shiv Nepal, I'm with RCB, so now, I'm sorry, but neither is your team qualifying, Shiv. So why are you laughing at KKR?
They're both quite happy that both of them are not qualifying. So if I'm going down, I'm making sure that you go down with me. That has been the philosophy implemented by Shiv Nepal over here. Shiv Nepal says that Killer Miller will perform well today. Anil Bhai saying thanks. So, well, have a good night. 101 for 3. 12 overs being bowled. The required run rate is now 14 per over. 112 now required for the Kings 11 Punjab to win this game in 48 deliveries. David Miller is on 5 of 6. KL Rahul on the other end is on 39 of 36. He's playing a one-day knock at the moment. He's scored 3 boundaries, 1/6, strike rate of 108, and that will not do. But David Miller, that will definitely do. A short delivery ball by Rashid Khan, pulls it away, and a boundary for Kings 11 Punjab. Score moves to 105 for 3, and runs now needed for them are 108 of 47 deliveries.
Well, mathematically still possible, but David Miller will have to face 40 of those 47 and bat in his old self if he has to go on and help Kings and Punjab get to that target of 213. Now goes for the sweep, wraps him on the pad, a huge appeal, and no runs. Karthik is a good batsman only, as Khalid Mehman, that's what he's saying. Miller have to play a big role here, says Andre Barry. Yes, he'll have to, but still it's going to be a massive deal if they have to go on and chase down that target. A great fan of South Africa is Shiv Nepal, as now the one swept away. Brilliant fielding in the deep by Vijay Shankar, certainly saved a couple of runs for his side, and in the end it will be just a couple. Miller with that moves up to 11, and Vijay Shankar has done a very good job in the field today. Saved a couple of runs here, earlier also saved a boundary, and just heard got Shiv Nepal saying that he's a fan of South Africa, so that's why he's probably supporting Punjab here today, because of David Miller, and obviously AB de Villiers, the main man for RCB, also a Protean, another South African there. And can you tell me more about Ryan Tendishkata? Is the question from Vansh. We'll get back to that, as was almost chopped on there was David Miller, looking to cut that one away, very close to the body, and the ball goes away towards point. A dot ball there.
107 for 3 after 12.4 overs. The runs now needed for the Kings 11 Punjab. It's 106 of 43 deliveries, and the required run rate now going beyond 14 as well. It's 14.45, and Ryan Tendishkota, well, as much as I remember him, he used to play for the Kolkata Knight Riders, but we'll get back to that, as that's another wicket for Rashid Khan. David Miller went for the big pull over mid-wicket, but handed a catch to Vijay Shankar, who was comfortably positioned at the mid-wicket, and he takes it with utmost ease. The problems go further for Kings 11 Punjab, as they've lost another wicket with no intention of KL Rahul going from the other end. It seems like it's all over for the Kings 11 Punjab. 107 for 4 after 12.5 overs. KL Rahul is still in there, but he's taking his own sweet time. He's on 39 of 36 deliveries, and the last man to go was David Miller, as Rashid Khan takes his second wicket of the night.
David Miller gone for a run a ball 11. 160-170 will be the final score, and Priya says they will win, will Sunrisers Hyderabad. So at the moment, if Kings lose, they still have a chance at the final. Well, mathematically, Anthony, they still can do it, but it's going to be very difficult. Then they have to depend on other results as well. Then despite them winning all the games, it might not be in their hand. So, I think it's the best to keep your fate in your hand, but that's not going to be the case if they lose today. They'll have to depend on other results to go on and make it through to the finals of the playoffs, that is. And once, as far as Ryan Tendishkota is concerned, 1980 born, and born in Port Elizabeth, Cape Province in South Africa. All-rounder, as far as he's concerned. He's played for the Netherlands as well, Essex and Tasmania, Kolkata Knight Riders, Chittagong Kings, Otago, Adelaide Strikers, Dhaka Dynamites, Libra Legends, Karachi Kings, Comilla Victorians, Galaxy Gladiators, Lantau, and Broome City Blazers, Hong Kong Island United, Balkh Legends as well, along with the Rajshahi Kings. So he's played a lot of cricket everywhere. As now another wicket goes down, and it's Ashwin trying to go big, and he gets a little bit of a send-off from Rashid. KL Rahul didn't like it.
Well, KL Rahul, why would he not like it? Because he's running out of partners, and he wants to play another test knock for Kings 11 Punjab. He's on a hat-trick, is Rashid Khan. 3 wickets taken, 18 runs given, 3 overs bowled. He has another over remaining, so he might be able to complete his hat-trick, and it's the wicket of Ravi Chandran Ashwin, who could have struck a few boundaries for Kings 11 Punjab, but an easy take for the man at long on, and it is one of the safest fielders in the ground. It's Manish Pandey who takes that catch. The score is now 107 for the loss of 5 wickets. It's all over for the Kings 11 Punjab, and Anil Bhai was saying that Punjab will win 100%. I think that is the reason why he went to sleep, because he knew that there is no chance that Punjab is going to snatch the win from Hyderabad's hands right now. But if you talk about this game, if Hyderabad do win this game with more than 60-70 runs, then not only will they get the 2 points, but the net run rate will go even higher, which will make it even more difficult for the teams below them.
Absolutely, net run rate will certainly come into play as the player goes on, as the match in the final stretch of the IPL. And we're getting back to Tendishkota. Once you're not letting me go, he got 200s. Did Tendishkota in the 2011 ICC World Cup. One of them was against England, and his first ever test 100 against a test playing nation, although he did fall out with the Netherlands team management before the 2014 T20 World Cup, because he opted to play in New Zealand domestic county rather than for New Zealand, but he's still one of the most highly rated players for the Netherlands. As now a big six comes out of the bat of KL Rahul. He's finally woken up after 13 overs. Is KL Rahul. Well, he hits one over extra cover. 113 for 5 Kings 11 Punjab, and you rightly said he has been captaining Essex since 2014, taking over James Foster for the last 5 years, and he is the captain there, is Ryan Tendishkata of the Essex County Club. As now another big one from KL Rahul. Has he finally woken up, Wali?
Well, he was asking for the wayside no ball over there, but I think the umpire hasn't given it a no ball, so it's a full toss, and it got the assistance that KL Rahul wanted to give. It's now 119 for 5. He might have woken up, but it's quite late if you ask me. He's ran out of partners as well. He doesn't have much of a batting lineup from the other end, so it's all about him. Will he be able to win the game for Punjab? Well, had he done this a few overs ago, then it would have been preferable. But with that 6, let's not forget, KL Rahul has scored another 50 in the IPL. 51 of 39 deliveries, 52 of 39 deliveries now. The equation is such that Kings 11 Punjab need 93 of 39. The required run rate is, even after smashing those 2 sixes, the required run rate is 14 every over. The current run rate is 8.93. It's Simran Singh, the debutant, who will be batting alongside KL Rahul as he takes guard to face Mohammad Nabi, the veteran off spinner. The 4th delivery about to be bowled, and it's driven straight towards him. No runs taken over there. So that's what happens when you run out of partners and you don't play aggressive cricket. It just it creates further problems in your team. It's 120 for 5, and this time defended by Simran Singh. So the pressure mounting on Kings 11 Punjab. 13 runs coming in this over. Another ball to be delivered. Mario D'Souza saying that SRH win was obvious from the start. The aggressive strategy at the onset was a good plan. Well, you know what they say. The best form of defense is sometimes attack. And that is exactly what Hyderabad have followed. They scored 100 runs in the first 9 overs. They scored 100 runs in the final 9 overs as well, and that is why they are at a comfortable position right now. It's 120 for 5 after 14 overs, and the runs required for Punjab are 93 or 36 deliveries.
Shiv Nepal says it's going to be a big win for Sunrisers Hyderabad, and no, Shiv, even if they lose today, they still may make it to the playoffs, but that will depend on other results as far as Kings 11 Punjab are concerned. 36 deliveries remaining, that's 6 overs and 93 to get. Required run rate 15.5 from here on. And sir, I don't like these insects who only here to disturb girls. I like that wonderful comment. Well, we don't have too many of them.
It's been fine today.
It's been all right today, much better than what it was a couple of days ago when I had to tell them that this is not a dating site. We are here for cricket. Let's keep the chat to cricket only. But well, you can't do anything. Rashid is on a hat-trick now. Will he be able to complete that? Picked up 2 wickets of the last 2 deliveries of his previous over. So he'll have to get the wicket of KL Rahul now. Rahul plays it away defensively on the onside, but will still get a single there, as was, I think, a collision between Rahul and Rashid Khan as they went for that single, but in the end all's well. A shake of hands and a pat on the back from KL Rahul to Rashid Khan, and a single takes them to 121 for 5. 3 wickets for Rashid today already.
121 for 5 is the score with that single, and KL Rahul resorting to the ones and twos once again, this time giving the strike to Simran Singh. Will he be able to put in a cameo tonight or not? We'll just have to wait and watch. Rashid Khan bowling to Simran Singh, and he bamboozled by his brilliance there. An inside edge onto the wicketkeeper, almost chopped it on, and the sensible thing to do if you were Simran Singh was to give KL Rahul the strike. But what is KL Rahul doing from the other end? He's giving him back the strike, so there's no point. I think it's better that you go for the shots.
Absolutely, but try and make a name for yourself, young man, as he now clobbers one down the ground as Prabh Simran, and he will collect a single towards long on. Opens his account, and that will be 122 for 5. Insects is the question for Gerald. Well, young boys, what can you do about them? And SRH need KL Rahul's wicket, says Shiv Nepal. Well, I think Shiv, they've already got the game in their pocket, or they don't need to do anything silly, and they will win this. Well, Sunrisers Hyderabad is now a back foot defensive shot from KL Rahul. Someone remind him it's not a test cricket match.
I really don't understand what he's trying to prove over here. Even if MS Dhoni was a strike, he would have made sure that the equation was 65 needed of 32 deliveries and not 91 of 32 deliveries. If he's thinking that he's way above that, then I think we might be able to see a really good contest over here from KL Rahul. It's a single taken again by KL Rahul as he gives Simran Singh the strike on the final delivery. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 is the score in 14.5 overs. 19 runs now needed of 31 deliveries.
Well, last night Hardik Pandya got 91 of 34, so it's going to be very interesting. Come on. Can they do it? I'm very sure they can't here. Appeal of the final delivery for leg before. It's not out. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 123 for 5 after 15 overs, and the strategic timeout has been taken. So that means we'll take a quick break. We'll be back as well in a minute or two. Till then, you stay tuned to Cricket Lounge and Sports Flashes. 123 for 4, 123 for 5 after 15 overs, 90 needed of 30 deliveries. We'll be back in a jiffy. Stay tuned to Cricket Lounge.
You are listening to Sports Flashes Live.
Dhoni finishes off in style. A magnificent strike into the crowd. India lift the World Cup. Pulls it back. Here's Ronaldo for the hat-trick. And Cristiano Ronaldo does it again.
Sports Flashes, world's biggest sports radio channel. You are tuned into Sports Flashes Radio.
And what a performance by the number 3 seed Saina Nehwal, who tomorrow will contest a third All-England semi-final.
Sports Flashes, world's biggest sports radio channel.
Sports Flashes.
This is Sports Flashes Live.
The flying Finn from Helsinki is on his last lap, looking magnificently good for his 20th World Championship win.
Download Sports Flashes app or visit www.sportsflashes.com. Sports Flashes, world's biggest sports radio channel.
Sports Flashes.
You are listening to Sports Flashes Live. Download Sports Flashes app or visit www.sportsflashes.com. Sports Flashes, world's biggest sports radio channel. This is Sports Flashes Live. Sports Flashes, world's biggest sports radio channel. Sports Flashes, everything about sports. You are tuned into Sports Flashes Radio. Sports Flashes Radio. World's biggest sports radio channel. Sports Flashes, the official broadcast partner of BCCI. Sports Flashes, everything about sports.
Hello everyone and welcome back to Sports Flashes Cricket Lounge. This is Wali Siddiqui along with Kartikeya Sinha. The second strategic timeout of the second innings has come to an end, and just like the end of the first strategic timeout, it's Kings 11 Punjab who started off in grand style as KL Rahul this time smashes a 6 over Bhuvaneshwar Kumar's head. So, well, is it too late? Or was it all planned by KL Rahul? We will only get to know in a matter of few overs. A big 6 struck over long on. 60 of 43 now his score. 84 runs required of 27 deliveries now since they will go for the 2. In fact, it's 87 of 82 of 28 now. So KL Rahul is definitely turning out to be a busy customer this time around. But I think it's too late even for Punjab's sake. Tenzing Sigram saying that the match is out of Punjab's reach at the moment. Mukesh Wankhede saying that the Kings 11 Punjab have no chance of winning this game. And Stanley is saying that cool, Hyderabad is a cool team. Tenzing is also saying, Lathklen is saying that, is it a test match, KL Rahul? Well, I think it is a test match for him, but at the moment he's firing. It's 62 of 44. He struck a 6 on the first delivery. He's taken a double on the second, and it's him who will take the strike. It's 131 for 5. The score 82 required of 28 balls. Will KL Rahul be able to play a magical innings for his team? Straight driven towards the fielder at the cover region. It was Kane Williamson, so no runs taken over here, and it's Sunrisers Hyderabad who are completely in the game, and KL Rahul will have to do something extraordinary in order to win this match. And talking about tomorrow's encounter, well, it might not be much of an important game for Royal Challengers Bangalore, but Rajasthan Royals, they still have a claim in the top 4 race. They have 10 points on the board, so it is important for their sake that they continue their winning run. And coming back to today's game, it's 131 for 5, 2 dot balls after smashing a 6 and taking a double on the next delivery. KL Rahul has used up 2 balls and no runs have come out of it.
Well, they can't afford dot balls, that's for sure. Can Kings 11 Punjab, even if they have to get close to making a game of this, which I highly doubt will happen right now. But KL Rahul, although if this were a one-day match, I think he's done a decent job. But apart from that,
I think he's practicing for the World Cup
I
right
think
now.
he is. He thinks he may get a crack there, but now he cracks one away over extra cover. One bounce into the fence for 4.
135 for 5 now. It's 66 for Rahul on 47 deliveries. It was a slower delivery ball by Bhuvaneshwar Kumar, but Rahul shuffles away from the crease and hits it over extra cover. It's a boundary, so a 6, a boundary and 2 runs. 12 runs coming off this over so far as he faces the final delivery of Bhuvaneshwar Kumar's over. He will need another boundary, and it's a Yorker length delivery this time around, but is there a bump ball? I think there is a bump ball. It was Abhishek who took the catch over there, and it was safe. It's 135 for 5, and if you talk about the equation for Kings 11 Punjab, they need 78 runs from 24 deliveries, and it has to be KL Rahul who has to single-handedly win Punjab the game. But is it KL Rahul who actually lost Punjab the game at the very first?
I think, yeah, because he should have started the hitting that he's doing now, or trying to do. He should have gone and done that very, very early. Saroj Dhawan saying Dhawan is best. Saroj is Shikhar, your relative. Good night, Rahul from Toronto says Tenzin Lekden. Tenzin, good night, brother. See you. And we got Shiv Nepal saying that Warner win the orange cap this season. Well, you know, with Warner being one part of the Orange Army, it's only right he wins the orange cap, while from Shiv again, Rabada will win the purple cap this season. Well, the way he's going on is Rabada, won't be surprised. And Mukesh Wankar says KKR can't, Kings 11 Punjab can't win this match. Well, at the moment, Mukesh doesn't look like they stand a chance, or there is a will by Kings 11 Punjab to go on and win this match. Sandeep Kumar tuning in says hi, hello Sandeep, and Gerard Coutinho as well, along with a few of you wishing Anil Bhai good night. I thought we did that 15-20 minutes ago.
Well, it's I think he's back, and now that KL Rahul is striking a few boundaries over here, thinking that Kings 11 Punjab still have a chance of winning this game. Well, it's I think it's out of their reach at the moment, but if he does what Hardik Pandya did, or if he even does half of that, then I think Kings 11 Punjab will be back in the race. But another dot delivery this time by Simran Singh, so that's definitely not helping Punjab, and disappointment there on the face of KL Rahul.
Why is he disappointed? He's the one who's been batting for 48 deliveries and only got 66 runs.
48 deliveries at the time, and let me remind you, Hardik Pandya scored 91 of just 34 deliveries last night, and it's 48 deliveries. And if Hardik Pandya was in a similar situation, I think he would have scored 130, 140 by now.
Yeah, exactly. We have 48 deliveries, certainly would have completed his 100. Now Simran goes for the big heave. It's in the air, but drops in no man's land. They will only pick up a single though, and with that Simran moves up to 2. It's 135 now for the loss of 136 with that single. 136 for 6. Hardik, become Hardik please, says Anil Bhai. Or Rahul, I think he just can't do that. 77 need of 22 deliveries. That'll be very, very difficult from here on. And still big man on crease. Who's the big man here? There's no Chris Gale, there's no Andre Russell, there certainly is no Karen Pollard or Nicholas Puran. If you're talking about relevant batsmen, it's only KL Rahul and the the strike rate that he has, I don't think he can win the game for Kings 11 Punjab. But now goes for the big hit, for single-handed shot. He's got enough for it. 6 for KL Rahul, but he needs not just 1 or 2, he needs a lot more of that now.
Right out of Rishabh Pant's book over there. It came from that 6 was hit with one hand, and that was a powerful shot, timed with perfection as well. Sandeep Sharma, I think he hasn't been able to bowl to KL Rahul at all, because this is the only bowler who KL Rahul has targeted successfully. So 6 runs coming with that shot. The score is now 142 for 5, but the equation is still quite away from the Kings 11 Punjab's reach. It's 71 of 21 deliveries, and they need many more of that, because in the next delivery it was a wide length. It was bowled at a wide length, but KL Rahul plays it towards long off and just takes a single. Questionable calling over there by the 2 batsmen.
Well, I think David Warner was the one who was at long off, so I think it's a decent decision not to take on David Warner. Might look a tiny little fella, but he's got a rocket of an arm, a very accurate throw. And Vansh, well, brother, either I can do the cricket lounge and talk here, or I can concentrate on chatting with you. So I think as of now I'll stick to doing cricket lounge for all of those who are tuned in as well. And after the game tomorrow, whenever you drop in a message, I should be able to reply, no problem there at all. But let me get my job done first. As now Prabhsimran squeezes one away through towards sweeper cover. A single there for the right hander. He moves on to 3, and it's 144 for 5. Final 19 deliveries remaining, 69 to get. And I'm surprised. I was going to say I was surprised that no one's leaving the PCA, but this is Hyderabad. Why will they leave? They're enjoying this.
Well, absolutely. It's been a while since they want to. It's been a while because David Warner will be leaving the camp soon, so they wanted it to be a really special game for David Warner as well as for themselves, and he proved to be an absolute treat in front of the Hyderabad crowd. He scored 81. He brought his team into a position where it was really difficult to defeat them in the very first place. He went beyond 200. The total score scored by Sunrisers Hyderabad was 212, and now if you can see, it's 68 needed of 18 deliveries and 74-51, and this definitely, I might be a little harsh, but this has to be one of the worst 50s that I've seen in a long time.
Absolutely, it's better to go on and start cracking from the word go rather than get a run ball 40 and then try and score those runs like Rahul is doing today. Seems, I shouldn't be saying this, but it seems he's just batting for himself rather than batting for the cause of the team. Here is KL Rahul. Rahul, wake up late. Well, I don't think he's woken up on any way. Mukesh, one a couple of sixes here and there, and that's all he's got. But had he been consistently hitting those boundaries and sixes, of the 51 deliveries that he's faced, he's got 4 fours and 5 sixes. So every 10 deliveries is what he gets a 6, which is not good enough. And every 12 to 13 deliveries, he gets a boundary, certainly not good enough. Required run rate close to 23 now, as KL Rahul clobbers one down the ground over the head of Bhuvneshwar Kumar. David Warner, well, that's why you put your best fielders down the ground. Warner puts in a dive, and what should have been a 4, only a couple of runs there for KL Rahul.
Well, first of all, you have to appreciate that the pace at which that ball was delivered by Bhuvneshwar Kumar, it was 145 clicks. I think that was the first time he's bowled at that pace, and the shot was really good as well, but the fielding even better by David Warner. And how much are they going to miss this lad? Only time will tell. And
well, I won't be surprised the moment the match is done, he'll probably take a lap of honor, round of honor, go round the Rajiv Gandhi International Stadium thanking everybody from the Sunrisers Hyderabad outfit, because we all know how much he loves this outfit. Remember that 100 that he got straight away, went for the badge and kissed it.
And it was against the Royal Challengers Bangalore. It wasn't only him who scored the 100 in that game, it was Johnny Bairstow as well. Well, he has said his farewell to the Hyderabad camp. He'll be back again next season, but David Warner will also be back again next season, because this is his last game. And like we see in the end of every Marvel movie, that Thanos will be back in this movie, Spider-Man will be back in this movie. I think Warner and Bairstow will be back again next season.
Absolutely, no doubt about that. And Sunrisers Hyderabad will want to retain them, that's for sure. Another Yorker there from Bhuvi, that's dug out by KL Rahul. Only a single though, and Shivnipal says, come on SRH. And well, I think they're almost there. And one of the best fielders in the world is David Warner. Yes, he is certainly doing a good job. Rahul is winner, but not a finisher, says Mukesh Wankhede. Well, he did a good job as far as his individual performance is concerned, as KL Rahul, but not as a team performance. And when Warner was dismissed earlier on, he kissed the bat and showed it to everyone at the Rajiv Gandhi International Stadium, and he is absolutely loved at this franchise. Remember when everyone was against him after that ball tampering scandal? It was Sunrisers Hyderabad and Tom Moody, VVS Lakshman, Kane Williamson who trusted him and backed him, and he certainly lived up to the expectation. Now a wide from Bhuvi, another run added to the total, and with that the score is now 148 for 5.
Well, he's one emotional bloke, David Warner, if you talk about him, because when he was found as guilty in that in the infamous sandpaper gate, and the press conference was taking place, I remember here a few drops of tears from his end. Even Steve Smith wept like a I shouldn't use
little
that word.
Baby.
Yes, I shouldn't have said that, otherwise it would have been a sexist remark, but well done over there, Karthik, like a little baby. And he wept over there, and so did David Warner, but the people were such that they were blaming that it's just crocodile tears from David Warner, because
well, it looked like crocodile tears from Stephen Smith to me, but Warner obviously, certainly was a very emotional man, is an emotional man, and on that day as well, in that press conference said, with the leadership group will take responsibility of that.
Meanwhile, good fielding by Sandeep Sharma at third man over there, good fielding, and that has been the story so far for Sunrisers Hyderabad. They've been phenomenal on the field. If you talk about the catches taken by Manish Pandey, the catches taken by Vijay Shankar, as well as the ground fielding by David Warner, it has been impeccable. An all-round contribution with the bat, ball and field. 151 for 5. This game is clearly done for the Kings 11 Punjab. Will it be another wide? I think it is. Is it? Well, we'll just wait and watch. It isn't, I guess. So 151 for 5, bowled at a slower pace over there, and Kings 11 Punjab will have only themselves to blame over here.
Absolutely. After this, Sunrisers Hyderabad, Poker the Night Riders, Kings 11 Punjab and Rajasthan Royals all played 12 games, but Sunrisers Hyderabad will have 12 points, while Kings 11 Punjab, Poker the Night Riders and Rajasthan Royals will have 10 points each. As now Prabh Simran tries to go big against Bhuvi. It's in the air and it's over. David Warner for a 6. And should Prabh Simran turn around, look at KL Rahul and said, this is what he should have done from the word go, boy.
It's now 56 required of the 2 overs. And the reason why I'm saying that it's all to blame for the Kings 11 Punjab and it's like they shot themselves on the foot is because they're just behind Sunrisers Hyderabad in the points table, and they're giving them, not only are they giving them a win, but they're giving them an emphatic win, which will also alter the net run rate, which will help them even further, the Sunrisers Hyderabad, and which might cause Kings 11 Punjab to miss the bus to the playoffs if they turn out to be level on points to do Sunrisers Hyderabad and Kings 11 Punjab. At least they should have challenged Sunrisers Hyderabad from the word go, but they haven't done that. They will be nowhere close to the target by the end of the game, and it's just sad that Rahul has taken 54 balls to score 77 runs, 4 boundaries, 6 sixes. Well, his batting average might look good, but at the moment he is definitely looking like a villain in front of the Kings 11 Punjab sides. It's 157 for 5 in 18 overs, a required run rate of 28 per over now.
Well, 28 per over. I don't think they've got another Chris Gale left in there or an Andre Russell of Kings 11 Punjab, so certainly it's going to be very, very difficult. I think, like they say, not over till it's over, but I would stick my neck out and say I think it's over here with 56 needed of the final 2 overs, 157 for 5, and KL Rahul may possibly now want to target another 23 runs to get to his 100 because that's the way he's played. He's played for himself all day, and Rowdy Raja is back with us. Hello Rowdy, how are you, bro? Long time no see.
Well, a nice name there, Rowdy Raja. This is the first time that I'm interacting with you, I guess. It's 157 for 5 in 18 over. Then Karthik, you could just see he's been out there. He's opened the innings for the Kings 11 Punjab, and he's there till the 20th over. So he's there till the very final over, and this time he might be even caught, but just short of the field. And is it a boundary? Well, the umpire will have to give it a look over there, but you could just see he's out there since the very first ball. He's faced 55 balls or almost close to 10 overs, and he's there till the 20th over. So what kind of responsibility has he shown? Well, I don't know what to say about him right now.
Well, if you face 60 deliveries and you're chasing 213 to win, you might as well go on and get about 108, 110 runs during that time because you're batting through the innings. I understand the sheet anchor role and everything and all that, but when you know that you've lost Chris Gale, you've lost your partners, you have to take some responsibility, and KL Rahul certainly hasn't done that. And like I keep saying, it seems that he's batted for himself, and I think that ball was stopped cleanly, so it will only be a couple of runs here for KL Rahul. Moves on to 79 of 55 deliveries, and had David Warner batted for 60 deliveries, he would have gotten a different score. Had Chris Gale, Andre Russell or even Hardik Pandya bat for 60 deliveries,
they don't require this number of deliveries.
Yeah, that's the thing.
And you can see David Warner had faced 56 deliveries, had scored 81, 86, but he was also being supported 81, but he was being supported from the other end by Ridhiman Saha and Manish Pandey, who scored 36 of 25 and 28 from 13. So the aggressive intent was there in the beginning,
and from everyone,
and that is exactly what changed the dimension of the game. And from KL Rahul, it hasn't been the case. But we'll be back with that. The score right now, it's 159 for 5 in 18.1 overs. Runs required are 53 of 11 deliveries. KL Rahul is the man on strike. He's faced 55 deliveries. He's on 79. Shiv Nepal saying that KL Rahul gives his best today. Well, I might beg to differ. Shiv Nepal. Mukesh Vankare saying that, sir, who will play at number 4 for India in the World Cup? Rahul, Hardik or Vijay Shankar? We'll get back to that because that's a top edge by KL Rahul. Williamson is circling underneath it and taken with utmost ease. It was a difficult catch, but he's taken as if it was a dolly over there.
Well, that's Kane Williamson for you, as cool and calm as a cucumber. Lakshman enjoyed that catch. Everyone at the Rajiv Gandhi International Stadium still again have their Sunrisers Hyderabad flags out, and that's wicket number 6 here on KL Rahul. Gone for 79 after facing 56 deliveries. Slow off cutter from Khalid Ahmed. Went back, cleared the front leg, wanted to power it over deep mid wicket. Then KL Rahul top edge, and Williamson was well, I'm not going to say was never going to drop that, but he made it look so simple. Got a kiss on the head from Khalil Ahmed. Did Kane Williamson, who's pushing him away, saying, get away from here, boy.
But two good catches on Khalil Ahmed. In fact, 3 good catches on Khalil Ahmed's spell. If you look at Barish Pandey's catch to dismiss Chris Gale, if you look at Bhuvaneshwar Kumar's catch to dismiss Nicholas Puran, and now Kane Williamson's catch, I think he has to really thank the 3 fielders for taking this catch.
Take them out for dinner tomorrow night, that's for sure.
A bit of Hyderabadi biryani, I guess. But what do you have to say about this by opinion given by Mukesh Vankade? In fact, the question.
Well, I think Mukesh, Hardik, Rahul or Vijay Shankar, it all, to be honest, depends upon the team composition. You know, if we are playing at a venue, obviously the T20, the English domestic season is on now. By the time the World Cup starts, the wicket will be drier. You would want Hardik Pandya in there. But I personally think that after Shikhar Dhawan and Rohit Sharma at number 1 and 2, Virat Kohli at number 3, I'd love to see Dhoni come in at number 4, then Kedar Jadhav at number 5, and then Hardik Pandya at number 6. That gives you an option to play another all-rounder, and at number 7, and then 8, 9, 10, 11 will be your 4 2 spinners and 2 fast bowlers.
Well, MS Dhoni would be the best number 4 anyone could ask for, but I'm quite sure that won't be the case. That won't be the case in the World Cup. The score is now 160 for 6 in 18.3 overs. Punjab need a superhero like Hardik Pandya, Indian Bahubali. He will make India proud in the World Cup and put down all his hit. K Being is back with us in the comments section. It's 160 for 6, and this time it's Simran Singh who fails to take a single over there. He's on 11 of 14 deliveries. It's Murugan Ashwin who accompanies him from the other end, and Khalil Ahmed has bowled quite well in today's game once again, and he's taken 3 wickets, has conceded 35 runs in 3.4 overs. Bhuvaneshwar Kumar on the other end, he didn't take a wicket but has conceded 34 runs in 4 overs with an economy of 8. Quite decent from him as well. Last wicket to fall was of KL Rahul, who scored 79 of 56 deliveries, and another delivery bowled by Khalil. This time it has been scooped by Simran over third man, and that will be a boundary for him and Kings 11 Punjab. 49 now needed of 7 deliveries as Sunrise edge to another emphatic win.
Well, to be honest, let's get back to that KL Rahul point. It wasn't a bad wicket to bat on. Well, it was in fact a very good wicket to bat on. The ball's coming onto the bat nicely, no problem with the dew. The wicket had an even bounce, absolutely perfect as far as the batting is concerned, but they just lacked the intent which we saw from Sunrisers Hyderabad batsmen from number 1 till whoever came out to bat. Sunrisers Hyderabad will win today with better run rates, says Shiv. Yes, certainly that will help their cause. Is now chance of a run with the non-strikers, and it's not a direct hit, and Prabh Simran will complete a single. He moves to a runner ball, 16 now. 19 overs gone, 165 for the loss of 5 wickets, and will be Prabh Simran who will be on strike. 48 needed of the final 6 deliveries. Wally, do you think Kings 11 Punjab can do it?
Well, they can if it was La La Land, but since it's not that, they won't be able to do it. It's 165 for 6 and 19 overs, and the sad part is that Kings 11 Punjab have lost just 6 wickets, and You're not even close to the target right now. Had it been the final over, you need 25 runs, 20 runs. All right, I would have accepted it. But you've just lost 6 wickets. You've lost the wicket of your opener in the previous over, and you're still 48 runs behind your behind the team. I think Ravichandran Ashwin and the team management should have some stern words for the batsmen out there, and particularly one opener who we were talking about quite often. It's 165 for 6. Final over. Mere formalities needed to be completed by Sunrise Hyderabad. Shiv Raipal saying that SRH will get a better net run rate. Well, that is going to be the case. It's Sandeep Sharma bowling the final over. It's a Yorker, a big LBW appeal, and the umpire has given it out. So there will be more delay, and the new batsman will come in. But will the review be taken? What is the point of taking the review? I do not understand. But I think that's plumb in front. Sandeep Sharma.
Prabh Simran saying, should I take the review? Sandeep turns around and says, are you mad? It's going to go straight down, hit the middle stump. And then they've decided to take the review. So anyway, more delay. Not just the wicket, but the review as well. It wasn't a no ball, and the umpire had given it out. Ball pitched in line with the leg stump. No bat involved. Well, I think it may just be a good review they're taken. You never know. But if the ball's kissing the stumps, it will be umpire's call, which I think it will be eventually turn out to be an umpire's call. And then we'll have to now wait for the trajectory. Where did it land and where was it going? That's the question. Sandeep looking at the giant screen nervously. Kane Williamson can't be bothered. He's like, get over with this nonsense already. It's now 48 required of the final over. The first delivery being dot pitched in line with the leg, and impact umpire's call, hitting umpire's call. Yes, so he's gone. Is Prabh Simran, given by Sravi, and he will walk with Prabh Simran. So wicket number 7 down. Well, you of course did. You want, he said 6 wickets only. Well, make it 7, no problem.
Make it 7. Finally, a wicket for Sandeep Sharma. He was expensive today. He went for 31 runs in just 3 overs, but finally he's got his reward over there. He might be able to compensate in his 4 over spell over here, because the tail is now exposed. It's 165 for 7, and there's no point discussing about this game. Let's discuss about tomorrow now. It's RCB versus Rajasthan Royals. Who do you think have the better opportunity
Absolutely,
tomorrow?
I love that contest. A royal contest between Royal Challengers Bangalore and Rajasthan Royals. Although RCB are out of the competition as far as qualifying in the playoffs is concerned, but they would want to spoil the party, that's for sure, of Rajasthan Royals. And if they can do it, in fact, they may want to spoil it the other way. And if they not win, an RR win, then they'll spice up things in the race for the top 4. Obviously, RCB will come out to go on and win the contest. So, well, you never know. I would certainly want to see a few runs off the bat of Virat Kohli and AB de Villiers because, Mr. 360. No one in this world does not love AB de Villiers, that's for sure. And apart from that, Ajinkya Rahane will be there. And will tomorrow be Stephen Smith's last game as well for RR before he goes and joins the Australian camp? We'll have to wait for that news to come in. So, a lot on offer. And now Mujibur Rahman, the new man in, goes for the big heave. Makes no contact. The ball goes away towards the keeper. Slow. That it would probably would have done a spinner proud, the flight on that delivery from Sandeep Sharma.
A good delivery there by Sandeep Sharma. 2 dot deliveries. The first one was a wicket. The next one was a dot delivery. He went for the big shot at Mujibur Rahman, but couldn't connect. And you could see David Warner was also quite agitated because he wants to get off the field. He's in a hurry as well, and there was no point of taking that review. It's 165 for 7, 19.3 overs bowled. Another dot delivery by Sandeep Sharma. They're having a laugh over there, and they're winning the game with over 40 runs. Wow, well, that's a major win for them. Ghulam Abbas saying that well done, SRH, while Otis Mahabir is saying thank you for the chit-chat session and have a pleasant night. Till tomorrow, Otis, thank you for joining us to Sports Flashes, and be back with us tomorrow as we give you the live coverage of RCB versus RR. Meanwhile, 4th delivery being bowled.
And he's bowling, more delay. Sachi Pawar, good night. Take care of yourself. Do tune in tomorrow for RCB versus RR as we're running through the course here. Bowled is Mujibur Rahman. Sandeep picks up another wicket. Another slow one. His 3rd slow run on the trot, and Mujib has failed to connect either of those 3. Unbelievable.
I think he'd be thankful for his captain because he was getting clobbered all over the park by KL Rahul. The only bowler that KL Rahul was targeting was Sandeep Sharma, and now all of a sudden he's turning out to be the pick of the bowlers because he's picked 2 wickets and conceded just 31 runs in 3.3 overs. So it's been a maiden wicket over so far, and yes, it will be an interesting contest between the RCB and Rajasthan Royals. The good thing for Royal Challengers Bangalore is that they have absolutely nothing to lose. fearless cricket from Virat Kohli, AB de Villiers can turn them into definite monsters, and that is what Rajasthan Royals will worry about. It's 165 for 8. There is still a game going on right now in front of us. 2 deliveries remain, and it's Mohammad Shami who will definitely look to tonk the ball, and with that might give another opportunity for Sandeep Sharma to bag another wicket. It's 165 for 8 in 19.4 overs.
Well, they could be bowled out here. Sunrisers Hyderabad, 2 wickets, 2 deliveries remaining, and the way they've gone on to do things, you never know. Oh, well done, Mohammad Shami. Clips one away towards mid-wicket and picks up a single. Well, at least he remains not out till the end as Mohammad Shami. My playing 11 for the World Cup are Sharma, Dhawan, Kohli, Rahul, Dhoni, Kedar, Hardik, Chahal, Bhuvneshwar Kumar, Bumrah and Shami, says Mukesh Wankhede. Mukesh, I like that team. Only problem with that will be depending on the surface. If it's a spinning track, if it's a big ground or a small ground, I think probably 9 out of those 11, I think I'll agree. The other 2 we'll probably just see according to the conditions on offer as well. But let's get back to this game. Mukesh Wankhede, thank you so much for the love. Good night, sir. And the match is over as well. Sunrisers Hyderabad have won this contest by 45 runs, and they've moved closer to that playoff spot. David Warner getting a massive hug from Kane Williamson as his innings had put them in charge of this game. So quickly, batting first, they scored 212. Did Sunrisers Hyderabad, setting a target of 213. David Warner with that 81 for Sunrisers Hyderabad, 36 for Manish Pandey as well. As far as wickets are concerned, couple of wickets each for Shami and Ashwin, and 1 for Arshdeep Singh and Murugan Ashwin. Then chasing 213 to win. They could only manage 167 for 8. Could Kings 11 Punjab. KL Rahul scoring 79, but a slow 79 at that, considering the required run rate from the word go was close to 11. As far as the wickets are concerned, 3 wickets each for Rashid Khan and Khalil Ahmed, couple of wickets for Sandeep Sharma as well, and with that it's Kings 11 Punjab that have been thrashed. Hyderabad won the game by 45 runs, and now they have 12 points, 2 points ahead of all the others as far as the place for the fourth place is concerned. Tomorrow it will be Royal Challengers Bangalore versus Rajasthan Royals. Do tune in for that game as well. We will bring you live coverage, updates and analysis of that contest from 7:50 p.m. Indian Standard Time. But till then, it's me, Karthik Sinha, along with Wally Siddiqui, signing off, saying good night for the night. Thank you, Tenzin. Thank you, Mukesh. Thank you, Prasachi. Thank you, Gulam Abbas Saab, Shiv Nepal. Thank you for tuning in, guys. Absolutely love it. Otis Mabi, take care, brother. Anil Bhai Raebareli. See you all tomorrow, as the news is that Kings 11 Punjab have been defeated by Sunrisers Hyderabad by 45 runs. It's me, Karthik, along with Wally, saying goodbye, good night. Take care of yourselves.
This is Sports Flashes Live.
Sports Flashes.
It's time for Indian T20 Showdown. Stay